If I ever fail, just know I'll go again. I never quit, cause I know that every loss may lead to another win. I'm going up. I bet when I land, they gon' tell me it's luck again. See that I'm winning, it's harder to watch. I'm setting the stage, you should give me my props. You ain't got a soul, you lacking the spirit. You talk out your neck, I'ma show you I'm with it. I've been really helping you to sit and watch me win again and win again and win again. I know it's probably getting old, me and win a synonym. So if I ever win again, just know I did the minimum. I didn't have to sell my soul. Oh, yeah. Please don't play no games with me. If I ever fail, just know I'll go again. I never quit, cause I know that every loss may lead to another win. I'm going up. I bet when I land, they gon' tell me it's luck again. See that I'm winning, it's harder to watch. I'm setting the stage, you should give me my props. You ain't got a soul, you lacking the spirit. You talk out your neck, I'ma show you I'm with it. I've been really helping you to sit and watch me win again and win again and win again. I know it's probably getting old, me and win.
There we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the new format of Tallman Moto live stream. Guys, I'm so excited. This was not a lot of work in the making because I've got a new streaming software that is so dope. It's pretty neat. I know. I'm stepping the game up and I'm making everybody else look bad. And I'm super excited about it. And I'm going to have to hide this software from Dork for a while. We've got a lot to cover today. I'm super excited about it. We have a very special guest. I worked very hard to get this person here, and they are able to attend. That's super exciting. One of my good friends that I've made over the last year. We're going to talk about Giant Loop because I just came back from that, which is super exciting. So kind of the way that this format I'm hoping sort of looks is we're going to do kind of the front half as like an interview style, and we'll talk to a different person in the adventure motorcycle community every year or every month. And if they want to stick around after we have a little chit chat for our typical live stream shenanigans, they're welcome to. But sometimes, you know, we might have to be professional. But I don't think that's going to be the case this time, because we should really get to our guest. Because after that, we're going to talk about, well, motorcycles with our guest, Giant Loop, motorcycles, and then who knows what? Who knows? Throughout the whole course of said loose this time around interview, if you have questions that you want to ask said guest, feel free to throw them in the comments. I've got a pretty neat little system where we can bring it up. You'll see. OBS. No Bikes Camera Adventure. This is next level. But without further ado, I believe it's time to introduce our guest. So I've known him for about a year now. Giant Loop sort of connected me with this person. Some people would say that he's got the personality of a 9'12" man. But unfortunately, that 9'12" man is trapped inside the body of a youth large shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited to introduce Mighty V360 to the Tall Man Moto live stream.
Everybody.
Oh wait. Corey, get on the elevator.
Let me get another phone book.
Hold on. Get up higher.
Phone book.
There. Oh, here he comes. Hold on. Okay, hold on. That's my first live stream.
One. Oh, I gotta get the yellow pages.
There he goes.
Oh, hey.
Nailed it. Hey, buddy.
You like those curls?
Everybody, it's Mighty V360, aka Small Man Moto. So I did a lot of planning to get you here. I think I sent this invite. God, how long ago? What was it? About 24 hours ago?
25 hours ago. I mean, the logistics were really tough to manage.
It was a lot to navigate. You know, I tried to get Dork in the road on, but I hear his fee is getting kind of high. You know, he adds a 0 for every 1,000 subscribers he gets now. But here we are. This is it, guys. This is the new setup, and it looks pretty neat, and I feel really professional. But I'm still drinking poor people beer. So that's not true. Smithwick's is a great brand, brought to you by Smithwick's. So hello, Mighty V360, and welcome.
Hello.
Tell us about yourself. Where are you from? What do you ride? What do you like to do when you're not on a motorcycle?
Oh, wow. That's a lot of questions crammed in there. I live out in the woods, out in Tahuya, Washington, on the Olympic Peninsula.
Mm-hmm.
I ride an Africa Twin, which
best
is
bike ever.
But it's a big bike for a little kid.
It is.
For a little man.
How do you navigate such a big bike?
I struggle with the physical. There's also some head game issue, knowing that I might not be able to solidly plant my feet down.
You heard it here first, people. Mighty V360 has head game.
It's a big head, Charlie Brown head. That's probably the only thing big on me.
Keep it PG-13. My mother's here.
Oh. And but a benefit though is that on that bike now, Alt Rider has developed a lowering link, which brought the seat height down about 1.5 inches.
Yeah, it's really wild. So you're able to basically get a solid balls of your feet on either side, right?
Yeah, I was tiptoeing. If I put both feet down, I can almost flat-footed. I'm just a hair from putting the heels down on both feet. So it made a substantial difference. But you're going to lose some clearance there underneath the bike, obviously.
Yeah, that is true. You almost have like a lowrider twin.
Yeah.
That's good though. That's good. Good for you. You've grown up so fast.
And what do? So I drive truck. I deliver lumber for Arrow Lumber and Hardware.
Yeah, he wore his Sunday best.
Yeah. Sun's out, guns out. But yeah, I drive truck and I deliver house and deck packages in Western Washington.
And you grow a gnarly beard.
Yeah, this is like, I think this is the longest it's ever been.
It's a really strong like Fu Manchu situation you got going. It's like mutton chops but backwards.
I have a beard straightener to get rid of the curls. That's pretty
very refined gentleman even. So what are the things we're going to talk about? Let's start with Giant Loop. Let's talk about how awesome Giant Loop was. We met all kinds of new people. I see a number of them here. So I see Motorcycles and Pancakes. I don't think Randomly Trees wasn't there this year. If he was, he didn't come say hi because I would have remembered. Because he did a really great. There was a guy that was kind of sort of starting. I haven't checked his YouTube in a minute. He was doing these like documentary features, and he did one on Randomly Trees, and it was super awesome. So shout out to Randomly Trees for looking like an extra badass on YouTube.
Yeah.
We met John Ringo. Ringo Flamingo Badingle, I think is his last name.
Tall John.
Tall John. Well, everybody's just normal around me. Tall Motorcycles and Pancakes was there. Tall Crashy Moto. Did we meet you? I'm trying to remember. I met so many people. Him. Okay, good. Crashy. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I'm putting a face to the name. Who else was there? Critter Moto was there with his new boyfriend. Yep. I wasn't jealous at all. It's fine. I've always got you. It's just, sometimes you want somebody your own size. It's fine. It's whatever.
I did ask Ian and Chris who got to be the big spoon in their relationship. They just flip a coin.
I was waiting.
It was mine. It's obvious.
Oh, that's right. Bikes Hammer Adventure was there. Spoon. Yeah, there was a lot of people. That's one of my favorite things. So, and let's dive into that just a little bit. Oh, Randomly Cheese is going to be at Tour Tech. I don't know if I'm going to Tour Tech this year. Probably not. It's a long story. It involves family situations, and I have to prioritize things. So it's fine. Everything's fine. But I'm not going to Tour Tech this year. It's fine. So you are an introvert by nature, correct?
I'm what?
You're more of an introvert by nature?
Very much. I would rather be a wallflower. I'll be in the corner of the room. I will be in the back wall of a bar. Are we frozen?
I can hear you, but you have Santa face on. Oh, you're back. It's like,
how about now?
No, now you're good. Your audio keeps going, which is nice. So, just power through. So introverted you still seem to have a really great time with all the people at Giant Loop. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, there he is. We're working on it. He's in the she shed. So the internet might be a little dodgy.
Let me turn off my phone.
Yeah, come on. Get focused. Kids these days, am I right, people? So introverted you.
I'm an introvert. Seriously.
But introverted you had a pretty good time at Giant Loop.
If I go to my neighbor's house, go ahead.
Introverted you still had a pretty good time at Giant Loop, yeah?
I did. There was a lot of opportunities to where I could do one-on conversations with people, and I didn't get overwhelmed with that.
Yeah, I was really.
If I go to my neighbor's house, and he's more than people over there, I get uncomfortable and I leave. And I know everyone that goes over to his house, it's awkward for me.
That makes sense. But, I mean, I don't get it because, I'm an extrovert to the core, but I understand the idea. I was really worried this year. So they went from about 300 people to a little bit more than 700 riders there.
Over double the size this year.
Yeah. I was really concerned about it ended up being too much, too crowded. I did not feel any difference in the number of people that were there this year. Like, it did not feel more crowded. It did not look like the food lines were longer. I think they miscounted.
I think so. I hope it doesn't get any bigger next year, though.
Yeah. It's a lot of
If it
people.
grows exponentially like this,
Yeah,
they'll have to change venues.
John said he was surprised you're introverted because it was so much fun to hang out with you.
Yeah.
What else we can talk about? Let's talk about what you would buy if you did not have an Africa Twin.
So
you sent me a list.
I did.
What are we starting with?
My first choice right now, if I was to buy another bike and I could find that unicorn, would be the CRF 300 LS.
Yes, the LS.
L because it was street legal. S because it's for us short fellas.
Looks something like this. If you're unsure, viewers, this is a casual flex of my sweet abilities. Bam, 300 LS. Look at that. It's not a. Here's the deal. It's not a bad concept. I'm not bitter at the bike at all. What I'm bitter about is that they announced it, and it's going to be like 4 years before we see anything in the Pacific Northwest.
Right.
It's
like right now, you can't even get the 300L, and now they're releasing a new model of it.
Waitlist for 18 months. Shout out to Honda. But the seat height on that, let's see. Let's jump over here to the specs. If I remember right, we're looking at what, 32 inches? Yep, 32.7 inches.
And that's where
not a bad choice. I would be curious what yours is at now.
For a guy with a 29-inch inseam, that's still a reach, but it is a dirt bike.
Yeah, but you're going to have about 43 inches of compression with that soft suspension. So
yeah,
it'll be perfect. So you had the 300 LS, which is a solid bike. What else? Oh, he's frozen again, guys. Well, while we're waiting for him to show up, his next bike. Boop, oh, he's back. There he is.
There he is. Yep.
Was the old XR 150L.
Which I think didn't Grace just get to ride one of those when she was in Thailand or Vietnam or something?
Did she?
I believe so.
Oh, I did not hear that. I would have been curious to ask questions. Like, how fast can it really go? I don't know. I think with this, I think if you have very close trails and stuff, it's a great choice, right? If you're not doing anything more than local roads, because there's no way this is doing more than, say, Grom's top out at what, 35, 40?
No, Grom's got to have the 125cc engine in it, so they can get up to almost 60, I believe.
Can they really?
The Navi does 50, and it's got a 110cc.
Well, maybe I need an XR 150L. What's the seat height on this one? Do you know?
I do not know, and I don't know.
Let's see.
Do they even? I mean, they might even have an LS option.
No, they do not yet.
They don't.
I know that. 32.8 inches. It is the LS option by default. Well, look, Frank JK's here. JK, but not. Who's saying A? I'm not saying A. Is Critter saying A in the comments?
Is that their drinking game?
They're talking about the drinking game.
Yeah.
So we've got the CRF 300 LS, the XR 150L. Now here's the thing. Everybody who has really talked to me knows I'm not a huge fan of the idea of a carbureted engine, which makes me, I guess, by proxy, not a big fan of Suzuki's. Although I say that very loosely, only to make one specific tie, in that Suzuki's website, way better. Such a great clean look. Just
and see delightful. Now I think the Suzuki, what is it?
The new one?
The 650. The DR 650, I think, actually has a lower seat height than the DRZ 400.
Really?
I believe so.
And see, look, you click, and the immediate stuff is up front, dimensions. So we're looking at 36.8 inches.
Oh, wow.
Hashimoto's size matters. We'll get to you guys. Don't worry. These comments aren't in vain. So what are we looking at? DR650, which is, it's still a great looking bike. It's very retro. Don't get me wrong. There's things to be updated, but it's not bad. So the seat height here, oh yeah, it comes in at, it's got a lowering kit. So standard, it's 34.8 inches. You can get an optional lowering kit, which I didn't even know they offered. That puts you at 33.
Yeah.
Now, we're not going to bring it up on the screen because it doesn't warrant actual attention. But Suzuki's new 800 with the 21-inch front and the 18-inch rear sounds great. Great low seat height. Here's the problem. That 800cc bike is 503 pounds, and that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So they don't get a shared tab on this here situation.
And I mean, what's that? The XR 650?
The XR650L, the legendary 650L.
Or was it? Oh no, the Trans Out. That's the one I was thinking about. Was the Trans Out that are
got a surprisingly low seat height, actually. Oh wait, we need that tab. I'll bring that there. Hold on. You threw a curveball. Honda Trans Out. There it is. Nope, that's Honda Global. That doesn't matter. All right. Wait, what is this? I don't want to read things. Guys, they're trying to make me read. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on, everybody. Gosh, I'm embarrassed. This is a professional operation now.
That was my fault. That was not.
It's all your fault.
Not part of the script, was it? Because this is totally scripted.
Yeah, it's a very refined process. Don't you dare stray from it. Oh, so here's an interesting thing. Guess what's not on their website yet?
Oh.
We're never going to see it.
No.
We're never going to see it. In 2029, it might make the website. Ridiculous. So then you went two completely different directions with this list. It's like you were thinking about seat height up to a point.
Because then I started looking at Yamaha.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, the WR series. I mean, I thought that they were closer to the DRZs and the DR. They are not. No.
These are bikes that I get on and might not be able to flat foot. So if I'm not mistaken, so the WR250R is a 36.6 inch seat height, but we're also looking at like much more quality suspension out of the gate.
Yeah, good out of the box.
I'd love to see you get on one of these bikes.
A rolling start.
Yeah, you'd have to do that hop on from one foot peg thing. So then you went another direction with the WR450F.
See, now that looks sweet.
It looks great. I don't know if this has a listed seat height. Finding information about this bike that's not based off of a forum turns out was a lot.
Not as easy as Suzuki's website?
Not so much so. You look really cool if you can do a wheelie on it.
Because I can't do
brakes, don't care. Ergonomics, I might care. Nope, don't care. Electronics, don't care. Quality, it's a Yamaha. What are you even talking about? Of course it's quality. Do you see it? I don't see it. Seat height, 37.6 inches. I want to see you get on this one.
Yeah, 38, almost 38 inches.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
That seat would be at my nipples.
Sure. Just lay on it to get over the bike. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Trying to throw a leg over. Oh, Lordy. Well, that's that. Anything else you want to throw in there as a random addition to the list?
Curveball? No.
What's going on in the comments? Let's swing over here.
Ian says, yeah, size matters. Huh.
He sure does. There it is. Guys, look at that. I was going to be subtle about it and not know pay actual attention, but it's so cool. So yeah, you're definitely dropping down in displacement when you're looking at a lot of these smaller bikes. I don't think any company is going to be stupid enough. Yeah, I think that's the right phrasing, to try and put like 1,000 cc's in a 32-inch seat height.
No,
there's
not for
way.
going off road.
No. Frank's strongly considering a DRZ. Listen, here I have nothing bad to say about DRZs. I have personal no thank yous to dropping a bike and having to wait for a carburetor to not be flooded anymore. But that's really it. I have a very irrational dislike of carburetors. I'm aware of it.
I mean, it is nice to go, if I drop my bike, turn the key off, turn the key back on.
Yeah.
The fuel injection fixes itself and I can start it back up.
Big fan of fuel injected engines.
That is nice.
Personal preference. And
I don't have to tweak anything when I go up or down in elevation. That's another nice thing.
Yeah, well, and that's what I've heard with the DRZ though, is that you barely even realize that it is in fact a carbureted engine. So, the she shed's doing him wrong, guys. And he's back. Maybe. That was a long contemplation. You were really thinking about carbureted engines there.
That. Did you ask me a question? Because you probably need to ask that again.
Oh no, I was still bitching about carbureted engines. Just still ranting on about them.
What?
Hold on, I gotta. If I hold this right, Smithwick's might sponsor me.
Yeah, that's fair. KLR. But yeah.
Oh
so
yeah, the old KLRs.
There went your 15 seconds of fame.
Frank says he's on a KLR and rode with a couple guys on 300s and they smoked him. Yeah, those. Listen, we rode down with a guy on a KLR and I was genuinely surprised that we were hitting 80 miles an hour in certain situations.
I think he's in here too.
Yeah, I saw him. Mike's in here. Shout out to Mike. Yeah. Hey, Mike.
But yeah, I mean, he did fine with his 5 gears, and
those KLRs are tractors, though. I mean,
yeah,
they're wild. I see why a lot of people who buy a first motorcycle and get a KLR are so dedicated to them.
Yeah.
Bikes Gamer Adventure says a BMW 1250 GS low suspension. I don't know if that's an option, but could keep that on your list.
I didn't even consider that.
Oh, Crashimoto says new video drops meow and half a meow. I'm assuming that means he's got a new video dropping in half an hour. Or he's just having a stroke in cat language.
No, Ian had started that with the critter meow meow in his video he did today.
Wait, what's FL bikes? Hold on. What is this Garrick here? Garrick says FL bikes. Is that a phrase? I don't know. Oh, FI. I'm an idiot. Turns out, big surprise, guys. I'm an idiot. That's FI, fuel injected. Charcoal canisters. I didn't even know that fuel injected bikes had charcoal canisters, to be honest. I know that normal cars have charcoal canisters.
Yeah, I had no clue.
And it turns out that if you're topping off your vehicle, you're dumping gas into the charcoal canister, and then the charcoal expands, and then you don't get proper air exiting whatever. It's because the charcoal canister is supposed to be filtering your fuel fumes. I learned this because I bought Subaru and I couldn't get gas into it. It kept, which is a thing that I didn't learn until 3 days after the purchase. So I started panicking and freaking out and being like, oh God, what did I buy? What's the problem? What could it possibly be? And somebody's like, check your charcoal canister. And I'm like, sorry, what? My what? I thought it was like a blinker fluid joke. Nope, turns out it's a real thing. It expands and it fills, and then the air, so apparently that's part of how the air is able to exit so efficiently when you're filling your tank. I didn't know any of this. So now I know this.
No.
But for $43, I swapped my charcoal canister, and then it was good to go. I mean, everything else friggin' broke on that stupid car. Oh, man. John's over here talking about things that are nice about a KLR. You know what's nice about a KLR? Not having to change the oil every 6 miles.
Yeah, I think he's changed the oil 4 times during this live so far.
I think probably, yeah. I don't think it's even a joke. I think he's out doing it again right now.
He thought about the bike and he had to go change the oil again.
Classic KTMs. Steer to all the Starbucks. Oh, man. It's like a steering dampener, but only takes you to Starbucks. Clever.
If they had good coffee, I wouldn't mind.
Clever, Mr. Pancakes. John says that reminds me I'll be in the garage. Yeah, it's been more than 2 hours. You better keep up that maintenance schedule, buddy. Starbucks dampener. That was it. That's all the fancy stuff we have. All right. It was nice to see you all.
Cheers, eh?
Yep. It devolves from here. This is the only live stream that we can immediately start drinking 31 minutes in. Except we have to all pause because somebody has spotty internet and freezes all the time. So you just have to hold and chug until he comes back, and then you can drop the beer down.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's I have nobody at home.
That's the drinking game. It's because you're all the way out in the she shed.
To be flaking.
You need line of sight or whatever. Like 1996. Highlighted giant loop. Oh yeah, let's talk about questions. Does anybody have any questions? Highlighted giant loop. Oh, I know mine. You go first.
Highlight of giant loop.
And we can't talk.
Hey, I got
about
my tire
120
changed again by some dude. 2 years in a row.
That's not a highlight. That's apparently now called a staple. A staple of giant loop is that I change one of your tires.
I'm going to go to giant loop every year with at least one bald tire.
Anything for you, buddy. So outside of hitting 120 kilometers an hour on a Harley Pan Am, what was your highlight?
Yeah, I want to go back to that real quick since you just kind of glazed over that one.
Mm-hmm.
That bike, that Pan American.
It's fast. Well, here's the thing: is we ride Africa Twins, so let's get a little bit of perspective as we talk about how this has so much power. Because I definitely pushed it to 75, 80, and it took so long to get to 80 comparatively that I was bored with it, and I was like, yeah, no, Harley PM's faster. It is a 1250, but it's definitely more tuned. It is. Listen, it's fast. I don't know why I'm shitting on it. I don't like it. So I'm finding reasons. I would never buy one.
Fan, period. I mean, I've ridden street bikes for 35 years. I still have 35 years of riding street only. And then 2 years ago, I got the Africa Twin, and that's my first dirt experience. So I still have less than 1,000 miles of dirt under my belt. And I'm still trying to learn that. But that Harley, oh my God, 150 horsepower. And I felt comfortable going 114 on the first trip out.
Yeah, it was surprisingly fluid. So you hit 120 on the way back, correct?
On the way back, yeah.
So when we were going out that, expansive 8 miles for the test ride in a straight line, shout out to Harley. You got on it and hit your 114, and I looked down and I was like, well, I guess we're going to keep going, which is when I whipped by you.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's fast. Somewhere in that video, I'm pretty sure when it comes out, will be me saying, I get it now. I've always wanted to go fast on two wheels, but I also know myself. And I'm old enough to say that I don't want to do it again. That was it. I'm done. I don't need to relive that experience. That's not how I want to die, No.
Not
unless there's a jump involved. And then maybe.
But I mean, it was really easy to get that fast. On the Africa Twin, I have to work
really
to get it
was.
over 100.
Yes. All that work though, and me personally, those foot pegs were like 2 inches too far back. So I threw my leg over and I went to like stand up for some reason on the pegs and my foot slipped right off the peg. If I was not the height that I am, I would have crunched a lot of important things. So those foot pegs are tiny. They're garbage. They have no grip and they're 2 inches too far back.
And what about the kickstand?
Oh God, I forgot about that. You mean the stupid hidden kickstand that's like up in front of the front tire?
1.5 feet too far forward.
Meanwhile, the center stand is like this big, gigantic, obvious thing that is exactly where the kickstand should be. I don't know. It's a first generation. I'm trying really hard to like root for the best.
Yeah.
But I don't like it. I don't like any of it. I'm not a fan. That Ural though. So flip it, because while he's stuck in the internet, so we test rode a Ural. I maintain that everybody stole our idea, as does everybody who did it. I rode in the passenger seat on the way out. Video coming soon. And you actually drove it. Drove's the right word for a three-wheeler, right? You didn't ride it.
I struggled to steer it.
Yeah, it makes complete sense to me as soon as it started happening. But with the Ural, you have the weight of the sidecar that's constantly, it's not accelerating itself. I wonder if you have to engage two-wheel drive. Because I feel like it said it was two-wheel drive, right? Which means that sidecar should be propelling. That should have like countered that somewhat, you would think. So you were constantly pushing on the bars to counter the drag. And maybe that's just it, even though it was accelerating. But you had to work to keep the handlebar straight in the Ural. That was not a thing I anticipated. We're waiting in suspense. I don't think he heard me.
No, I didn't.
Handlebars, lots of work. Too long, didn't read. You hated it.
I hate it. I could not. No, the 8 miles out was too long on that bike. That was too far to go. I wanted
Pete's
to turn
here.
around.
Hi, Pete.
Before that.
Yeah,
Hey,
it was. It only fueled my desire to get a Ural. Like I loved it.
I love the idea. I wish we would have taken it out on gravel like Ben and Travis did and tried it there. That would have been interesting.
If you all have not seen Dork in the Road's video of I'm pulling it up now. Just a clip. So they took Ford Venture Moto and Dork in the Road took a Ural out. And Dork in the Dork. I can't type and talk. They took a Ural out, and Dork in the Road had a 360 camera, and it's just about one of the funniest shots I think I've ever seen of a motorcycle. I don't know why it entertains me quite so much. Let me find just the right spot. Here we go. Okay. Let us preview 5 seconds of this delightful situation. Because they're just ridiculous. Like,
60,
look at them.
60. Did you know that was possible? 60 miles an hour? Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh my God. What a dream come true this is. The wind protection sucks.
Just delightful. Just absolutely delightful. So, if you've never test rode a Ural, I strongly suggest it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's like the ultimate camping motorcycle. Like you could fit so much crap in the sidecar.
And that trunk.
Yeah, sidecar, and there's still a trunk. Like so much space. You could live a life of luxury on the road, but you could only do it at 55 miles an hour.
Yeah, I struggled to get it to 60. I don't, and that, what's it, a 5-speed? And I could not get it to
I could not figure that gearbox out. I will give you that much. But I was trying to shift with just the toe, and it's designed to be a... Oh, he is gone, everybody. So the Ural's designed to be... It's got the heel toe shifter. We're just gonna pop him out. Let him figure his internet situation out. But the Ural is... I thought it was a lot of fun. So while he is officially off the map temporarily, I guess I'll just focus on you guys. So everybody say hi, Pete, for those who have not said it yet. Soilsman ADV. So once again, this year, Giant Loop, to continue the conversation of Giant Loop and things that happened. Also, we haven't addressed this yet, but I'm going to get there. Soilsman took us around and did another tour. We did a lot more gravel this time, which was a lot of fun. I did a lot of gravel this time at Giant Loop. I was really hoping to do more like actual dirt and like off-road, but I'm not upset about how the weekend played out at all. It was a lot of fun. Oh, David Al says hi from Canada. Critter, how do we address Canadians? Maple syrup, eh? Poor Critter. He's got to be so tired of terrible Canadian jokes. But anyway, Soilsman took us around on Saturday, and we had to do a lot of gravel, a lot of dirt, which leads me to Critter's comment that I have not addressed. Guys, I'm officially kicking the ass end of the Africa Twin out, and I'm super excited about it because that's been like my cool guy move that I've wanted to do for a long time. So being confident enough with, I'm over the weight of the bike finally, which has been a huge hump for me. I know I've talked about that a lot in my videos and like getting in my head about it, but it's happening and it's exciting. And it's just, oh, dude, it's so much fun. Like, it was cool. I had a lot of fun. So, how do I hide? Oh, there it is. Hide current comment. Chappelle, because it's way up there. So, eventually, Mighty V360 might be back once he gets out of the she shed. What's going on with all of you? The time is now. We've progressed to interacting with you all because now Corey's gone. Patiently waiting for comments. Yeah, Pete's the best. So let's see. If you haven't, oh, he's back. If you haven't gone and liked Motorcycles and Pancakes yet, by the way, everybody, you really need to go watch his stuff. He is hilarious. So I met him this weekend. Ian is his name. I told him this same thing, and I feel like, everybody gets it. He has this huge personality, and the problem occasionally with people with really big personalities is they kind of sometimes can be annoying. He is not at all. He was so much fun to hang out with all weekend, and he did Sidecar Willie. Yeah, if you haven't gone and watched that Ural video, you need to, because he just put that out too. Sidecar Willie is a hilarious character that he just, as far as I know, on the spot created to ride in a sidecar on a Ural. So, oh, David Al. Oh, well, not to be a narcissist or anything. Actually, this is super exciting because I really was hoping that this would actually be helpful to people. I put a lot of effort into making sure that I made this as clear as I could. David Al says he changed his chain and sprockets on the Twin today. Yeah, that was neat to make because that was my first really involved how-to video. So good. You're welcome, I guess. I don't know. Thanks for trusting me. My stupid mechanical knowledge. Oh, welcome back.
I am so tired of this. I even switched over to the Starlink, and I've got a bunch of trees in the property, so it cuts out all the time. But
really,
I'm not.
Oh, well, I guess with trees that makes sense.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of trees in the shed. But so I thought that using the cable internet would be better, and no. Unless my dogs are in there streaming porn or something like that.
Well,
on the TV.
maybe, Nat Geo hits different when you're a canine. John, don't forget, just because they're inherently polite doesn't mean in the back of the head they're not saying F you. I know this from experience.
And
But
yes,
Critter is the best human in the world. So
Pete said I'm out in the she shed. Yes, I'm out in the she shed. That was to get away from the dogs barking.
no, Pete, that's just so that he can reach the freezer up on the top of the fridge.
Well, that's where my wife stores the napkins. How am I going to get a napkin if I?
He grew up living in the top bunk.
To get it's funny because my wife did put a loft in this she shed, and the ladder was to get up there, thinking that she was going to be able to take naps and stuff up there, but no, it's a storage loft now.
Womp womp.
But it's a beautiful shed, and it looks right out in her garden. It's a great spot, and she's going to be working in here starting next week, so she gets to work remote from right here in this chair.
Well, not with internet like that, she's not. Corey, what are you drinking?
What are you drinking? I am. Well, which one? I'm drinking some Larceny again today. I got 2 bottles of this last week to try it out, and I took 1 bottle of the Giant Loop with me, and I wasn't a big fan of it, but it's grown on me a little bit. And then if that fails, then we'll pull out the boot bottle, the Costco.
Yeah.
Canadian whiskey.
That's I have to test my Kirkland brand knowledge. Before I look it up. So if you don't know, Kirkland Signature often rebrands name brand stuff. So their vodka is actually Grey Goose vodka. I want to say it's Crown Royal. It's Crown Royal. That's what it is. So you're drinking Crown Royal.
Okay. But yeah, so that'll be my fallback if I get tired of the Larceny. And honestly, there are a lot of options for whiskeys, so I'm just trying to explore them right now. And that's
an America bottle.
No, Critter, that's a boot bottle. That's a 750 ml. It's just that's how small I am.
Is that not a liter? No, that's a. Oh, I see.
It's a 1.7.
I get it because you're tiny.
I'm a little fella.
You've made that joke so many times, and I was like, "That's not a 750 milliliter bottle." I get it now. He's got little hands.
Yeah, Pete. I wonder who left that bottle in the back of the truck.
A very nice gentleman who said, "What a delightful man you are. Here's a present."
Well, and there was so much stuff there to drink. Like, you don't even have to bring a bottle. You don't have to. I mean, I had not. We drank part of the bottle at Deschutes on the way down.
Yeah, not even that much though. We didn't get crazy.
No, I mean
we didn't get crazy like some other people who aren't here in the live stream this evening.
Who
Wednesday night
to wake up Thursday morning.
Yeah,
I think there was 3 or 4 of them, wasn't there, that struggled that night?
Well, there was one in particular, and if you know, you know. Let's just say the rain didn't even wash away all the vomit. So I hear. It was not me, because I was not there Wednesday night. Also, yes, Woodinville Rye is the second best rye whiskey from Washington distiller I've ever had. Yeah. Dry Flies might be the first.
And we have a lot of really good options here in Washington.
Oh, that blackberry whiskey was so good. What was it called? Bird Dog.
Bird Dog.
Yeah. Really surprisingly good. I'm telling you, if you poured just a little bit of that in replacement of simple syrup, I bet you it would make a really good old fashioned.
I think so. And then have that berry finish there.
I may have saw that particular pukey puke. And he's not even here for us to give him a hard time. That's why I don't want to name names, although I'm narrowing down the options quickly.
Yeah, there's only 2 other options.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I got a huge viewership of 14 people, all right? We're not all here.
Critter said that blackberry stuff
on ice cream?
That was...
I'd be into trying that.
Yeah.
Oh, with that whiskey flavor? I bet that's really good. I need to pick a bottle of that up.
Oh. What is it that you put in that Bananas Foster? Is that a whiskey?
Bananas Foster's? I don't know. I would guess Foster's something. Isn't that a whiskey?
Oh. But yeah, if you had like a little blueberry on the Bananas Foster.
Wait, what's 23? Why is everybody saying 23?
Oh. That are viewing in the chat.
Oh. God, guys, ADHD. I moved on so quick from the last thing I said. Why are we listing numbers? Oh, because you're
24,
actually paying attention to what I'm saying. It's really 22.
240.
200.
Whatever. What was that Rain Man number?
Oh, yeah. All right. I see what you're doing. And me. Don't worry. M and P, we see you. John says brandy is used in Bananas Foster.
That would make sense.
John, why do you... I'm not going to knock it. I was going to give you a hard time about having a FJ
Foster
Cruiser.
Lager. There is no Foster's Lager in Bananas Foster.
Foster's Lager? Oh, I think Pete. You just got to drink it like lager. Oh, God, that was the first live stream, wasn't it?
I don't even think the Aussies drink that crap.
Guaranteed not. There's no way that they're proud of that beer. Oh. What else, everybody?
What else?
Well, Pete said it is Australian beer. I was going to say, yeah, but
I don't think
Budweiser is American beer, but I guess a bunch of Americans do drink Budweiser. It's so trashy. I hate Budweiser. That and Coors Light.
Yeah. That was a nice break.
Just an oil puddle. Ha ha. So we should highlight old Johnny B here. I know it's John Ringo, but I was going with Johnny Boy and I just won't be. So anyways, this fine individual randomly walked up. Guys, this is the first time, and I might be a little bit of a narcissist, but YouTube is making me into one. Maybe. I don't know. I was beside myself with how many people actually came up to me and were like, "Are you Tallman Model?" And I was like, "Yeah." It was weird. I don't know. It's neat. Yeah, I love that you all enjoy my stuff. Is all I'm saying. I think it's just so friggin' cool to be like creating this little version of a community. It's just fun. It's neat. Anyways, I was flattered. All weekend. The people actually recognized me. You're that dumbass that I watch on YouTube. I will take it.
Every time my wife hears that on the TV, she tells me to find something else to watch.
Stop watching that idiot.
Yeah.
But it's
put Norley back on.
Stupid Harleys. Oh, Garrick sold a bike today. At least it's not a CRF 250L. There'd be a lot of regret there. Garrick, what do you ride? If you sold an XT 250,
I've looked at them. I mean, that's another decent size.
The XT 250s are really cool. I do not dislike them in any way.
I've never thrown my leg over one, but they look like they're...
You don't throw your leg over a lot of things, buddy. Use a step stool. I knew exactly where this was going before you did it. Oh, this son of a bitch, Garrick. CRF 300L ABS now. Good for you. Slow Eddie's here, everybody. Good for you, Garrick.
Oh,
that's a little golden pony.
Yeah.
Speaking of Slow Eddie, perfect transition because Slow Eddie's not going to buy that rally back. So I'm going to have to guilt Dork in the Road to sell it to me. Just wait for it. Wait for him to say yes. He's going to say yes. Absolutely. You're right. Yeah. Motorcycles and Pancakes is about my height. It's pretty close. I think he's about a half inch shy, but it's fine. Yeah. Everybody missed you at Giant Loop. Oh, Eds. No. Not whoa. Yes. Yes, is the answer you were supposed to say.
So do we have any questions?
Well, you didn't ever actually answer.
Oh,
You kind of froze up and disappeared. And so then I
Yeah.
talked about how I can fishtail the twin now a little bit. Because that's a huge accomplishment for me. That's my big cool guy move on that bike that I used to love to do on dirt bikes that I was terrified to do, but now I can. So now the next thing I got to work on. See how I was like, you got to answer this question, and I'm rabbit holing. I know. I'm sorry. I'm just vocalizing that I realized it, but I'm halfway there, so I'm gonna finish. The next thing I got to work on is the cool 180 flip. Okay, you go. Sorry, that was my bad.
so
ADHD.
there was a lot of cool stuff, but honestly, I think the best part about that event was the training with Ben and Todd.
Mhm.
They
We didn't even talk about that yet.
they taught some of us vets beginners off-road riding class, and we only had about 3 hours, so it was really, really condensed. But I've already seen a difference so for the last month I've been recording little segments. I've got a section. I live out in the woods, so I get to ride pavement for about 40 miles, and then there's a shortcut I can take that goes through the woods to come back into my neighborhood. And for the last month I've been recording the progression, because the winter season I didn't ride for almost 3 or 4 months. So now getting back on, and that perishable skill, especially off-road, was really hard. So I've been recording, trying to get better on the off-road riding portion. And there is one section where I have to make a really sharp hairpin turn, 270, 280 degree turn to come around. And the first time I did it, it was like a walk the bike on my tiptoes, because that was before the suspension upgrade too, or the lowering link. And then the last 2 days, I've actually been able to weight the outside peg and make that turn on the bike without stopping and putting a foot down, or rolling the bike back to make that turn. And that was a big deal. That was the part that was in my head the most, was that one turn on this whole trail. And it's about 3 or 4 minutes of riding, but yesterday was a game changer for me.
Dude, even just having that daily, like I would love to have that daily, just to even, the tiniest little off-road bit every day to be doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think the one thing I definitely took that I'd never processed before was the concept that you have to put the weight in, like first on the peg to lean it first, and then you're counter leaning. I'm like, oh yeah, duh. But
start the turn, lean the bike, and then transfer the weight on the outside.
Just somehow somebody verbalizing when Ben said it, Dork of the Road, I was like, oh yeah, duh. And then somehow it became so much easier to like quickly dip the bike in when doing that slow speed maneuvering. That training was super helpful. I just want to circle back to a couple of things. Critter says that Ian's actually only 3 inches taller than you in real life, and he wears heels.
So he's 5'6",
and it's delightful.
He wears heels.
Okay, it's absolutely delightful.
No, I never get to be the big spoon.
Don't tell him that.
But I like it when you have your arm wrapped around me.
Not my arm. God, my mother's not still here.
Yeah, so we're actually,
I don't care.
We're in different rooms in the same apartment right now. We're just like we're
it's time. We're rounding a corner, people. Romance.
Oh man, do you have that?
Can't
or
play
is that
it.
for that's?
Can't play it. Might be a copyright strike. I'm working so hard, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corey.
I'm not as hairy though.
From the chin down. Uh-huh.
Oh. Oh.
Bikes Camera Adventure. Stop it.
Good. Oh,
I was once told, so I had somebody who was really into K-dramas, Korean dramas, which are just like Korean drama shows, randomly tell me one day, you should really move to South Korea. You would make millions of dollars. And I was like, first of all, what the hell are you talking about? And they were like, in Korean dramas, they always have some weird tall white person just standing in the background, but they pay them a lot of money because they're really hard to find. I'm packing bags and going to Korea.
well,
I don't have to have acting talent.
That was Grace on her Thailand and Vietnam trip. I mean, a blonde-haired white girl.
Well, and she's not tall, but she's not short either. Yes, I have a six-pack sitting here. It's 4.5%, people. Calm down.
But
Eddie, we already talked about Tour Attack and how I'm not going. Basically, everybody else here seems to be, though.
Is Eddie going, though?
I would assume he's asking who's going.
Well, maybe he's trying to get a feel. But Bikes, Camera, and Adventure, I was actually stationed in the Philippines when I was in the Navy for a year and a half. So I have been.
He was normal size there.
I was, yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, so Wilsman's, he's doing it the smart way. He's not camping, but he's going to show up every day.
I think, yeah. As long as he can keep both of his gloves.
Yeah, keep those gloves handy. Get little loops and just keep them on your wrists. You don't want to lose that thing for a year, you know? 18 months in the BI would kill me. 18 months in the BI would kill almost anyone.
Oh, man. 18 months.
If the bugs don't get you, the venereal diseases will.
I had to get a shot on base. And then I had to get a shot out in town because I couldn't have another one on my medical record.
All right. This conversation's devolving real quick. And if somebody tries to tie it back to riding like a motorcycle,
when my wife watches this playback, yeah. She already knows.
It was before you met her.
She was the corpsman. No.
Yeah. Well, I know you're clean now. Jesus Christ. How quickly can this devolve?
Oh, man.
I'm real bummed now because Randomly Trees is going to be there, and I want to high five Randomly Trees / have a beer with him.
It can still happen.
I know. He lives in this general area, too, if I'm not mistaken. We need to go have a ride time sometime. Hold on, I'm going to make his thing bigger. Or I'm going to expand the comment.
Can I volunteer for that treatment?
He's got that's a DR, right? Looks like a DR. Looks like a bike from the 90s. I'm guessing it's a DR.
Can you make my thing bigger too? You're just gonna smooth that over.
You know what we have to do? Like, you know what's really stupid? Come on. Ready? Figure it out. We have to high five.
Oh, wait.
Nope, wrong side.
This way?
ADHD. And that's the wall. 1, 2, 3. Don't hit the wall. Go. No, you're behind me.
I gotta go forward.
Nope, bring it back. 1, 2, 3. Boop. That was good enough. It's only professional for the first 25 minutes. And then we devolve into this. That's fine. It's fine. DR 650.
Yeah.
We didn't do giant loop rides. We did the training on Friday and then did some test rides. I rode this super cool. I don't know that I even want to tell any of you about it. Well, I'm not going to tell you where you can get one and how much you can buy it for. I found a Grom. No,
Ruckus.
I always get them backwards. They both hold a lot of important space in my brain, though. I found that this guy had a Ruckus, but the front end had 2 wheels and was converted. And it leaned. And it was so much. I walked up and I was like, listen, what do I have to say to you? You're a handsome man. Can I ride your Ruckus?
And he laughed at me, so.
Yeah, he laughed a little bit and he's like, yeah, all right. And so I did like this tiny little circle, and he's like, dude, you got to take it further than that. So I got to ride around the whole damn giant loop compound on this 3-wheeled ruckus conversion thing. When I get whatever new job I'm getting, if it pays me enough, I'm going to go to my secret location of purchase, and I'm going to buy one of those, and that's what I'm doing the Wobder on for the first time. No question, for sure, 100%.
So Pete says the Ryacon Ruckus. I looked on Facebook Marketplace.
No, shh, everybody shut up. Everybody's
I
going to buy them, and then when I can afford it. Ryacon? Wait, where's that? Oh, Ryacon. There it is.
K-O-N. Yeah.
Ryacon? Oh, God. All right, you have something to talk about? Because I'm rabbit holing in real quick. Ryacon. I haven't looked it up yet. I forgot to look it up.
I looked up the Ruckus.
Raccoon? Oh, that's not
on Facebook. Raccoon Ruckus.
Yeah, don't click on that.
No.
Ryocan. I see
Right.
it. Ryocan. Ruckus. Getting closer. Nope, that's Wi-Fi solutions. Frick. All right. I'm gonna look back to.
He said we could find them on Marketplace and stuff.
For like $2,000. He said eBay has them for like $2,500. Which, you know, I don't know what I'm talking about. Everybody buy one of these and let's do a giant, really bad Wobder trip together. It was so much fun.
A mini moto event on 3-wheeled ruckuses.
That reminds me, I need that footage. So if you guys want to get that to me.
Eddie, it was an actual ruckus that the front end was converted.
Yeah, no, it was a full-on, yes, it still had the model on it. And the guy said that there were like fenders and stuff on it, but he stripped all of that off, which I realized there weren't fenders on it when I hauled ass through the puddle and got covered in water. Oh, man, yeah. Can-Am Ruckus. I hadn't even thought about that. Good. I'll start thinking now about how I'm going to use that as a pun for when I buy mine.
So Can't-Am?
Aren't Ruckus.
So when I bought the Africa Twin, the wife's like, well, when are you going to take me for a ride? It's like, well, I had a Goldwing that was made for a passenger, and you never, I think she might have sat on that one time, and I had it for like a year and a half. He's like, as soon as I found out that there was a luggage rack that could replace that pillion seat, I did that. And now she's looking at the Can-Am has two models, the Riker and something else, but she likes the other model. And she's actually considering getting that, whatever 3-wheeled contraption is.
For her?
For her. And getting her license. And
sold.
Now I want to know, it's like, can we do like an Africa Twin trike? And
hey, man, listen, if she's any version of on board with going on rides for you.
It would be street only, but yeah.
Going on rides with, yeah, I said that right.
Yeah, yeah. We couldn't twist that one up.
Yeah, I well, not necessarily, though. If you're doing remote camping in not like terribly difficult to get to things, you could still get a Can-Am there. You couldn't do river beer because you've been to river beer.
Yeah.
And that drop and dip through sand. The drop, I don't think you could get a Can-Am, but you certainly couldn't get it back up.
No, and I didn't even take my twin down the drop.
I know, by the end of that weekend, I was so casually just like bloop, 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 bloop.
And then
I was real proud of myself.
Yeah. Because I saw it in the morning. I showed up at like 10 o'clock at night, and it was dark. And we're like, no, we're just going to park here. We're going to carry this stuff down, and you can look at it in the morning. I'm like, yeah, I would not have done that. But by the end of your weekend down there, you were up and down that thing like it was nothing.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting over the weight. It's exciting. Can-Am Spider.
That's
the other one.
Likes. Yes.
He says I could do stinking water on a Can-Am Spider. I'm trying to think. I'm really surprised they have not come out with a more off-road oriented three-wheeled motorcycle. What do you even call that? Three-wheeler? It's not a three-wheeler, really.
Yeah.
Spider Roadster. All right, you might have to loop me back in a couple of minutes. I'm on Can-Am's website.
Eddie,
I
are
just
you
want to
going
see
to
if
do?
there's something I don't know.
Eddie, are you going to do ferry to ferry?
Yeah, he says that like, well, oh, keep forgetting you have that stupid Navi. Somebody buy me a Navi so I can do ferry to ferry.
But he sold the monkey.
He did. Oh, you finally sold the monkey?
I believe so.
Did you sell the monkey? Wait, ferry to ferry. You're all the way down in Oregon.
Yeah.
Ed, do you come all the way up for ferry to ferry?
He comes up. Him and Brandon come up and do ferry to ferry.
Well, clearly he trailers the. Oh, well, he probably did it on the monkey. So he's
Sold
not
it all. So he just has the T7 then.
Yeah, this guy has a T7 and still wants to buy back a stupid 300 rally. So underpowered compared to his awesome bike. May as well just get rid of that rally idea. Who even wants that rally? Except for me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, please. Oh, I mean the 300 LS. Non-rally.
Yeah. That suspension has been upgraded. You won't touch the ground.
Suspension. I would like the larger fuel tank, though.
Ridiculous.
Peter,
you said they were dangerous. Are you talking about like traditional old three-wheelers? Yeah, they were death traps.
That Tri-Moto thing that Honda had out in the 80s.
Tri-Moto? What?
What is that?
I wasn't alive for this. Tri-Moto Honda. I know. I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, those were death traps. Yes. Straight death traps.
What was that one they had? The Gyro or something like that? I think that was the 80s. It looked like a Honda Spree with 3 wheels.
Yamaha Tri-Moto Official. There's a lot of weird websites dedicated to these three-wheelers. Oh, he says, oh, dude. Also, he says you can borrow it. You talking about for like 5 years?
I crashed a Gyro. Yeah, that's what it was. Bent the wheels. Holy shit.
Garrick, that 300L, yeah, I was just going to say, as long as you have a 1 gallon or even a 2 gallon armadillo bag, all day, you can travel for forever. And the Rally has the slightly bigger tank too. So that with a 2 gallon armadillo bag, and you're good for 300-400 miles at least. Probably 400 or 500 miles with a 2 gallon.
And then if your name's John, you might need to just carry an armadillo bag with your oil.
No, you fill the armadillo bag with oil.
Yeah. One with oil and one with fuel.
Most people buy a 2 gallon. He buys 2 1 gallons. Different fluids.
Well, why don't you just buy the 5 gallon? I don't want to mix it. It's not a 2-stroke.
Well, yeah, you only get 200-ish, but if you also have a 2 gallon armadillo bag, you're pushing 400 miles.
Oh, shit. And that's more than I can get on the twin.
Yeah. I'm not saying single tank. I'm saying with the armadillo bag, you get a hell of a lot of range. Because, well, he said 70-something miles. Yeah, 75 miles per gallon on the trails. And that's on trail.
He doesn't carry water in his Camelback either.
It's just backup oil. Have we pointed out, if nobody gets it by now, John rides a KTM? Just in case somebody in here is like, motorcycle jokes? I don't get it. KTM. God, this setup is so freaking dope.
You just need to get a better
It's a 2-stroke. You would need 2. Yeah, I got to work on the background. I'm not a graphic designer by any means, but this isn't terrible.
No, I was saying your guest. You need to get a better guest next time.
Oh, I do. Yeah. No, 100%.
Step up. I mean, you started at the bottom.
Yeah.
Just work out your way.
Well, it's so that I can say once I interview.
Work your way up that ladder.
Yeah, once I interview Itchy Boots, I can say officially, I started at the bottom, now we're here. So, just setting myself up for a pun 6 years from now.
You think she'll still be a thing in 6 years?
Maybe. Oh, wait. Oh, the comments moved. Sorry. That's my bad, everybody.
It starts flashing when you
So a
start.
little bit above half gallon. Huh.
That's cool.
.6 gallons. And that's what, 2.7? 2.7 gallon tank? 2.3. That awkward delay where we wait for responses.
Do you have that tab?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Duh. Pete says graphic is not a designer. Yeah, he gets me. What's that you say, Mighty V360? Pull up the obvious tab that has all the information literally right here in front of me. It's 2.1 gallons.
2.1. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. And yeah, Pete, she'll have a lot of money by then.
Oh my God, she's got a lot of money right now. There's no way she's not absolutely freaking rolling in dough just off of YouTube. So in case anybody wants to say, no, it's not. Got him. Wait, hold on. What? Oh, this is the LS.
Oh.
Why does it say reserve?
Including the 0.6 reserve.
Including 0.5, but
0.5.
I thought fuel injected didn't have reserves. Wait, what? Oh, it's flashing at. Okay, got it. Okay. I'm assuming that means at 0.5 gallons.
That's when the dummy light comes on.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna guess. The reserve tank, that's a carbureted engine thing. 2.1 on the standard. Yeah, Garrick says. Okay, your absolute dream ride. Ooh, you take this first because I really have to think.
Honestly, dream ride, I'd go back to street.
Jesus God. I'm sorry, everybody, for this situation, but he's officially been banned from the live streams. What the hell kind of stupid answer is that? God.
No, if I honestly,
you do you. We're talking about adventure motorcycle. Corey,
if we're talking adventure motorcycles, I already have my dream ride.
My whole algorithm is just wrecked. At the Twin?
No, I have my dream ride. If we're talking ADV bike.
Oh, okay. You really? The Twin?
The Twin.
Really? No. Bacon Whiskey's here. Hey, Bacon Whiskey.
As I get better with my off-road stuff, I can see that. I mean, second for an ADV bike, I'd probably go with the T7. But if I was going to go dream bike, whatever, total, it would honestly, I'd go old man bike again. I'd go back to the Goldwing.
I want to ride on a Goldwing because I've never talked to anybody who's been on a Goldwing and been like, not impressed.
Oh, no.
They're like complete luxury on two wheels.
It was a sofa. Oh, Destination. Can you bring up
a Destination?
I haven't talked about
my dream bike yet. I would definitely go T7 or there's things to be done to the 300. Where is he at? Which one are you talking about?
Dream ride as in Destination.
It's so stupid that you don't have. Oh. You should have these controls.
Knit motorcycle?
Destination, not motorcycle.
Okay. Destination.
Oh.
I would go through Central America. I would do the whole Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, all the way down to Panama. That would be my dream ride. That would be my first dream ride. Eventually, I'd like to go all the way down to Ushuaia. Maybe
this is disgusting. They're disgusting.
In the world place you want to ride dream bike. Me, South America. Yeah. So that would be Ushuaia. So that would be
just
my
being
second.
Connected. I
I
don't
want to
know.
do the Alaska to Panama because I think that's a reachable goal for me. Ushuaia's a little bit outside of that. That would be a little bit more of a stretch and time frame, but that would be my second one. I love Central America, and
You guys are disgusting. I just want to say you're disgusting. I second that notion, Alaska to the southern tip of South America. But I immediately, so like in my brain, I split them up into two things. I was thinking terrain, if I wanted something that's going to like challenge me and have a lot of different things. And then I was thinking experiences. The first thing that came to mind was experiences. My first response was I would want to go through Europe. But it's not even necessarily for the riding. It's for the people and the places and getting to experience that on two wheels. Like I would happily, I think, yeah, I would happily take like a whole trip through Europe all on pavement to go experience Europe and be doing it on a bike.
Yeah. For me though, I've been to Asia and I've been to Mexico, and both of those for me, that's the people that I enjoyed being around. Europe, if I went to Europe, it would be for the history though.
Really, the quick consensus here is that we just want to get the fuck away from Americans and experience any culture that's not ours.
The expense, the people, and the expense. I mean,
I would love to do Asia. I've heard a lot of people that have gone to Asia that say they absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
For the expense, the people, the actual riding.
If I wasn't an American, I would probably love to do the stands. What's the TCAT?
I don't know. I'm guessing Trans Canada.
Oh, up north.
Something.
Yeah.
I would guess. That's my guess. Yeah, I want to do those for sure. Those are on my bucket list.
So the TET is in Europe, the TAT is in America, and the TCAT is in Canada.
OCA, because they don't just do C. That makes sense. Also, it would be a weird TCT. You got to have a vowel in there. Oh, it is a separate thing. Trans Canada Adventure Trail.
There you go.
All right. Remember we had that conversation yesterday while we were dry running this where you'd have to entertain people and it was time for me to go pee?
Oh.
That moment is here.
Don't you have a video or something you could play?
No, it's all you. No, we can't do that or we'll get copyright strikes. All right, I'll be back in a minute. All right, everybody, ask him all the real questions.
Gotta have the vowel, eh?
Trans Canada Adventure Trail. That would be, yeah. Now, Critter, is that mostly gravel and stuff like the BDRs, or is it just gotta have a vowel A? This is awkward as hell. So what are you guys drinking tonight? I told you what I had. I showed you mine. Show me yours. I think we just lost a couple. I'm not as entertaining.
Oh, that sweaty ears. I see you not entertaining the people.
No. I think you've lost like 5 subscribers too.
Wait, what did you say? I leave for 2 seconds and Chris and Ian try and get you to leave me and have a YouTube throuple. I knew it. You know what's great about Smithwick's? Not only is it like a quality Irish red ale, but it's 4.5%. You can kill a 6-pack and walk a straight line.
So I just got a warning from neighbor James.
Uh-oh.
He says cannon coming. And he has these cannons like gunpowder.
Boom.
Boom, like breaks glass, shakes the house.
What kind of an asshole neighbor do you have?
No, I live out in the sticks.
Okay. My question still stands.
So when the internet goes out here in a little bit, it's not because my crap internet. You will probably see it.
Bacon whiskey. You notice how he's not actually addressing the question on the screen.
He's holding. Holy shit.
Jesus!
It was not a joke.
That was wild.
And that was mellow.
That was loud in my headphones. What in the 1843 Civil War hell is happening over there? I don't care if those dates don't line up. Don't roast me. I don't care.
It was 10 years after the Civil War. It's fine.
I really love history suddenly. That's how I know I'm old now. But what the hell? What the hell was that?
He's got like 4 cannons.
Why?
Because
America?
Jesus. Yeah.
Critter.
That was a mellow one.
Critter, hold me in your basement. I'm so ready to go. And that was a mellow one. Why? Like, what is he doing? Like, what? Like, what?
Well, usually it involves this.
Smithix?
Don't pronounce the W.
We're gonna go down to the pub and have a Smithix. All right, that checks out. When I say it, am I really bad?
W is silent.
So it's Smithix? They say Smithix? What the hell is ammonia nitrate?
Exactly, Critter, because he can.
Yeah, I guess so. What the fuck is the point? That's weird. What a unique interest that man has.
And usually he'll do an air horn. He'll blow an air horn 3 times so that the dog owners know to put their dogs away. And this one was just a Facebook post, and luckily I follow him on Facebook. He didn't even send me a message. It was just a Facebook
he was post. Just generally like, all right, it's happening.
Yeah, posted on Facebook, and I got the notification. Cannon coming. But yeah.
Do you know how to say this word? Because it's missing letters.
No. Was that Scully cap thing that you were talking about?
No, that's Took. This is Tueling.
Say it again.
Tueling. Notice how there's a second L? I don't think he misspelled it. I spent most of my childhood trying to understand how this word worked. Tueling is it's like paint thinner on steroids.
What do you use it for?
To strip anything from anything, the skin from your fucking bones, paint thinner. It like I don't know what it's supposed to be for, but we always used it. So my father growing up did flooring. We always used it to get like vinyl glue off stuff and stuff like that. But he used to be like, just wash your hands with it. And I'd be like, okay. And so I'm like scrubbing my hands to get the vinyl stuff off. And then my hands were like white.
Why do they burn?
Oh, dude, it was rough. Tueling's no joke.
Wow.
That's funny. I haven't seen the word Tueling since I was like 19.
Comes in diesel fuel that makes TNT.
It's not Tueling. No. It's Tueling. I grew up being told it was Tueling. If there's no second silent L, like silent in the spelling, I'm going to be mad. A cancer-based hand cleaner. Yes, that's what it is.
Only in Canada. I mean, yes. Only in California.
Oh, California.
Try nitro 2. Holy shit.
Wait, what are we talking about? Because
Pete.
oh, I know. I'm back up a little bit because I
Sorry,
saw Peak
Nitro.
Refuel, and I'm over here trying to get them to send me free meals. So let's talk about Peak
It's the
Refuel.
second T in TNT.
TNT. I do not doubt it. That shit is rough.
So are they gonna tag this video since we talked about that? And
Yeah, Peak Refuel, and then they're eventually gonna send me
Tannerite-
free
Tannerite and
sweet
tannins
pork and
and
rice. Oh my god!
a whole bunch of keywords.
We need an official ad section. I'd like to just take a second and talk about Peak Refuel. Sweet pork and rice. Super delicious. That was it. That was good enough. I think that's a good starting point.
That was good.
They'll
Yeah.
see it. No, for real though. Like, look, he's still going. So I gave him a bite. I gave John a bite of my sweet pork and rice. That Peak Refuel sweet pork and rice. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If I got it in a restaurant, like if they threw fucking hot water in that bag and did it just right so I didn't get any crunchies, mixed it up, and then they threw it in a bowl and brought it out, I would pay $15 for that dish and I would not be upset about it or know any different.
Mm.
It is the hands down best food in a bag I've ever had. I still have the biscuits and gravy. I actually completely forgot that whole trip that I had that until this moment right now. I would have had breakfast. Something to look forward to when I go camping.
Speaking of, when's our next camping trip? Since you're not going to do Tour Attack.
Well, so I'm not sure what's happening this weekend. I have my daughter, so we're not doing anything motorcycle based, even if we do camp. The weekend after that, I think Father's Day is involved in that, which is also the situation with no. The weekend after that is Father's Day. The weekend after that is my grandmother's 80th birthday and
Tour Attack.
We're doing also Tour Attack.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely not doing Tour Attack.
Okay.
There's a number of reasons why I can't do Tour Attack.
You got to carry the show for a little bit now.
Oh my god! Plus he's leaving from the she shed. There you go. Now you can just pee in a bottle. It's fine. You don't have to leave. Yep, there he goes. He's definitely peeing in a bottle right now. Do I do another commercial? What do I do here? Anti-tour? No, he's just. Wait, hold on. What was expensive? Who just got me kicked? God damn it! I spent 3 minutes not paying attention to the comments. Who got kicked off YouTube? Wait, why am I? Oh, Pete, don't get me kicked off YouTube. The case will appear at your door. No, that's Yingling, John. If I say Yingling 3 times, a Yingling case of beers will appear at my door. You have to drive all the way from Arizona to make it happen. If you don't know what Yingling is, by the way, guys, so that's technically so I sort of alluded to it earlier and we got distracted. Big surprise. So John randomly came up to me and was like, "Oh, hey, you're that Man Moto guy." You know what? Not even. I might have just heard him talking about Yingling, and I came over like a crack dealer and was like, "You got some? I heard you got some Yingling." And I was like, "Damn!" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "We're best friends." And he was like, "Shit." And now we're buddies. Oh, he's back. This conversation brought to you by Larceny. I do need to do it. God damn it. I need to make a friggin' store just for these stupid friggin' hats. Everybody wants one, and I should sell them because I need money. Because I want you all to promote me. Both, let's be honest. I do love these hats, though. Like, it's embroidered. This logo is slick. I'm really, really happy with this logo. I did not make it.
I think Small Man Moto needs a logo like that.
Small Man Moto does need. We need to talk about Small Man Moto for a moment.
Who is that, by the way?
Who is Small Man Moto?
Yeah.
It's a man about 1/3 my size, but only in physical form.
Is that the Robin to your Batman?
Sure is. I have a Batman bike, so it checks out.
Oh,
Honestly, you know what? Now that I think about it, holy shit, how weird is it that all checks out? Batman and Robin. Doesn't Robin wear like unnecessarily colorful outfits? Images, hold on. It's loading. It's thinking. Oh, well, it's red and green and yellow, but my point still stands. You have the colorful bike, and I have basically a blacked out all black bike. You are the Robin to my Batman. Oh,
mini me. $1 million.
look, this right here is this is what I see every time I see you. Like, what the hell is he doing? Jump punching while also having a stroke.
That's a kapow.
That sure is a kapow. He's kapowing the hell out of somebody right now.
Oh, that sounded sexual.
Don't say the S word. One day I might be monetized. Oh, John, I hope you're not talking about you and I, because
blammo, yeah.
I've got somebody else. How? Jesus Christ, which freaking way do I have to go relative to the camera? Oh, boop, just the tip. Yeah, what is it? Blammo, kapow. Was Shazam ever one of them? Shazam was never one of them.
No.
Boom, pow, kapow. I don't remember the other ones. Yeah, Garrick. Yingling is... Oh, Garrick, you want to know how you buy Yingling? And I didn't realize this until I had a Yingling for the first time in 14 years. Buy pub beer. Pub beer.
Right, because you said pub beer tasted.
Pub beer. Hold on. Because I haven't had one since Giant Loop.
Which was less than a week ago. Did you get the can or the bottle? He can't hear me because he doesn't have the headset on.
I actually specifically bought the only available in 18 packs of pub beer and told John to show up for this moment, and I almost forgot about it. Yingling and pub beer, basically the same thing.
See, now I thought pub beer was beer, like the generic beer.
Dude, it's so similar. Yes, can confirm follow-up. Yingling and pub beer, almost the same thing. Yingling's a little bit sweeter.
Master Blaster.
Okay, pub beer is a lager, but is it really, actually? It is. It says it right on the thing. But flavor-wise, it's almost exactly the same. It's so goddamn close.
Yeah, John, that ADHD just takes
Dude, it's wild. I know. All kinds of directions. You didn't realize you were watching a beer live stream, but here we are.
Skits. Ian says we need to do skits for the tubes.
Yeah, as if we only had any of those planned. If we can make the time, we got a few things. We got a few things in the hopper. Yeah. There may or may not be a tent review in our future. Damn. What?
You should talk about that.
Talk about what?
The tent review.
No. What did we talk about earlier with people stealing ideas?
Come on now.
We're going to do a tent review, and it's going to be great. That's all I'm saying.
It might be the most expensive tent available on Amazon. It might be the least.
For sure will be.
Yeah. Because we're both, highly paid professionals of our trade.
England is an amber lager. Oh, well, see, they're the same damn thing. I know. ADHD. Well, you only have to interact with something for about 43 seconds before you're an expert to do YouTube reviews. And so we're really banking on that fact with this.
So on the unboxing, we're going to do a long-term review.
Long-term review. Yeah. It's going to be good. No, you're right. We do have some plans.
At the River Beer Camp out, we did talk about some skit ideas.
Oh man, I love River Beer.
That
It's
was
already been too long. I need to go back.
Now, when you first went out there, was the river was actually lower?
That's the highest I've ever seen it. So if you watched somewhat recently, I believe it's somehow references River Beer in the name. Anyways, well, if you watch all my stuff, you just know. I'm sure all of you are watching every one of my videos. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You've seen it already.
You've seen all of my videos.
Yeah, every single one of them on repeat. Camp River Beer is a site that I went out to. I sort of found while I was scouting for dispersed camping sites. I literally found the first time I actually camped out there. I found like an 18-pack of Rolling Rock down in the river in a little self-contained, rocked-off area.
Yeah,
nice cold beer. Listen, free beer is the best beer. I'm not going to knock Rolling Rock in this moment because it was free. So, and it was cold. So it's thereby been deemed Camp River Beer. But yeah, that was the highest I've ever seen that spot. And but we're at peak, glacier melting time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that water was moving so fast and was so gray. It was like it was just destroying granite or something further upstream.
Tons of silt in that water.
Yes.
Yeah. LED projector from Cyclops. Oh, interesting. I might be working with them in the near future. We're in conversation. I would love to be working with them.
Now, who did you get an ambassadorship through?
Well, it's
or
allegedly. So I went and talked to Trail Tech and talked to them about an ambassador program. The guy was like, "Oh yeah, shoot me an email." It's Thursday and I haven't heard back, but I'm a patient man. I'm not going to get upset about it. He's got a lot going on.
He follows you.
Yeah, he's been following me for a minute apparently, and they saw the little time lapse thing I did with the Trail Tech thing because I still haven't done this stupid. All I have to do is sit here for half an hour and talk about the stupid pump. It's not stupid. You guys should get a Trail Tech.
It is a great pump.
It's really great, but it's stupid when the fact is that I just have to sit here for half an hour and spend 2 hours editing to put the actual review together because I have so much free time.
And yes, Pete, Rolling Rock for free is the best beer. Any beer for free. That's why Giant Loop was so great, because it was free beer every night.
They actually have decent beer always, though. It
was great beer.
Last 2 years, I have not been like, oh, it's Budweiser. They don't show up with crap beer. Well, it's because it's a veterans organization. That's not true. I know some veterans that drink shit beer. It's you, isn't it?
I don't know.
Oh.
Because Coors Light's great.
Oh, my God. Where? Hold on. In the middle of an hour and 45 minutes in, I'm just going to throw him right under the bus.
Uh-oh.
I noticed you're not on the live stream.
Yes, John. There's a lot of stuff that I've not bought yet because I keep hoping that I'll win it in a raffle or something like that.
Oh yeah, I'm raffling a whole motorcycle away.
Oh, wait a sec.
10 years from now. Just kidding.
So, Critter has an event coming up in September.
Critter does have an event coming up in September, and I'm really hoping I can go.
And I didn't.
Oh my God! Hold on. Wait, Critter. You have 15 seconds to respond. Do you have 5 minutes to come on and talk about your event? I'll send you a link.
That would be great.
Wait for it.
It doesn't take like 45 seconds. You're only going to give him 15.
Just raffling a new car later. I have a new car, but I'm not raffling it off. It'll happen. He'll pop in.
But I'm not set up for it. No. Critter's a no. So, anyways,
Okay, there we go.
Critter has an event coming up on Vancouver Island, middle of September. I'm going. Soilsman ADV is going. Tollman Moto has an invite that he hasn't accepted yet.
Yeah, well, so here's the thing. Just because you really set that up like I'm a douchebag that doesn't want to go. So I'm in the middle of like a weird... I'm on the hunt for a new job against my better wishes. So I can't plan the summer right now, which is quite possibly almost more annoying than having to find a new job, because I have so many things that I want to do this summer and I can't plan any of them. So,
and Ian's going to be there.
Yeah.
But
I swear to God, if you three...
What would you call it? Truffle?
Thruple. The phrase is thruple.
I'm sorry.
That's a real thing. It's apparently a real thing.
I'm sure it is. The
better not.
The term I've only ever heard of was threesome, but yeah.
No, that's only when you're... But this is like an actual emotional thing. Sorry. That's them. Then you show up.
Well, yeah, I guess it will be.
Lordy Lou. What a situation. Anyways, he's got an event and people are going, I'm not. Continue.
No, you're a maybe still.
I am a maybe, because if it turns out I can go, there's zero chance that I'm going to miss the chance to go up to Vancouver Island.
Critter's already said that next year's event is already 60% sold out, and I haven't even heard about next year's event yet.
Same.
Because they haven't gone on sale yet.
Tickets haven't come on sale yet. I see what he's doing. Get ready, people. Buy your tickets now.
They're not on sale yet. How do you buy them? How do I get on that list? Do we get first come, first serve?
You got to know people who know people.
Well, I know a guy.
You know what I just realized?
Huh.
Damn it. Comment was still up there.
Garrick's.
Just trying to be a professional. He gets the spotlight. He's the one throwing out all the golden pieces. Oh my God.
But
did you have more to say about Critter's event?
Well, I'm giving away a drone.
Oh, you sure are. Talk about that drone.
I have a DJI Mini 3 Pro as... What are you doing? I get the whole screen now. So I've got an extra DJI Mini 3 Pro that I bought so that I could get the DJI Care program on the one that I had previously crashed, resolved, and fixed. So I've got this drone that I never did anything with. It's still in the box, unwrapped. And I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give it to Chris to give away. So that out of I think he had 43 people that were confirmed to attend the event. So your odds are very good at getting one of these prizes from one of these many vendors at the event. So that will be one of the prizes. And 50 riders, 2 days. Next year will be 100 riders. Holy! And you're already 60% sold on next year at double the occupancy. I'm assuming that's amazing. But it's about men's mental health. That's the main focus. It's opening up the conversation and the channels there for men to share mental health issues. And honestly, there was a moment at the Giant Loop rally at the veterans presentation, and Dan Landa was doing a presentation to Pete Soilsman ADV, and he's back.
Well, I was gonna wait for a funny jump-in point, but then you started talking about this, and I was
serious.
like, no,
it's great.
Yeah, this
is men's mental health, and it's something that we don't normally get an opportunity to talk about because we're not supposed to be vulnerable in individuals. So, but I actually had a moment there at Giant Loop when Dan
Okay.
was giving Pete his award there, and yeah, I had to stop. It was great, but there isn't that's only one of the many great prizes that are going to be.
Yeah,
at that
vendors bent over backwards like immediately with support. It's awesome. No, there was not a single dry in the house during that moment.
No,
Well, Pete, listen, you know what, Pete? I don't care. He hates it. He's an amazing individual. So for any of you who are not veterans, veterans back 40, navigating weird waters.
they try to get vets out in the field.
Thank you.
To share their time together, but to also open up with each other because they may not have that opportunity to share in their current situation.
Thank you, Pete. There were two people in particular. I think at least for me, but I think I can speak to Corey and I both, because Corey, that was kind of your first real interaction with VB40 as well, correct? If I'm not mistaken, or had you sort of known about them for a while? Because you technically introduced me to them
Last year.
Yeah.
A year ago was the first time. I had actually registered for Giant Loop before I found out about VB40. And then I was told that I could possibly have a slot to attend with their support.
So we showed up last year to Giant Loop. And I mean, there were really two people in particular that I feel like stood out as far as making sure that you felt seen and heard and being able to talk about the issues that you had and the things you were dealing with. VB40, I solely attribute to being able to, like, over the last year, admit that there's like PTSD shit that I've been dealing with. But really, it was Dan Landa and Pete that really took that time, not only just in the experience of Giant Loop and camping with VB40 and talking to other people, but the follow-up. Those are the two people who really were like there and like checked in and were like, hey brother, how are you doing? So Dan Landa got up there, and he was the previous president for VB40. So they brought him up and they recognized him for some stuff, but then Dan brought Pete up for anybody who wasn't at Giant Loop. And there was just a moment of recognition for everything that Pete does, and everything that Pete does for veterans is just, it's fucking incredible. He is an incredible human, and he deserves every bit of the recognition that he doesn't want, and he's getting more of it in this moment. And I don't, fucking deal with it, Pete. You're a fucking good dude. We all love you. So that's that. Anyways, Pete's fucking great.
Harold at Giant Loop had given Veterans Back 40 10 spots for vets. Which is great, because that's what got me there last year. I was going to go either way, but that pushed me over the edge. Took my $100 deposit and just like, okay, I'm all in. Pete took that and he doubled that. So he got sponsored by an organization. I believe it's who he works for. And he got an additional 20 vets there. So VB40 had 40 vets at this event. Or 30, I'm sorry. Yeah, my math is great. 30 vets at this event, and 2/3 of that was because of Pete.
He's a good dude.
He's a great dude.
Real fucking good dude.
And when I went up and talked to Pete afterwards, and I was bawling, and I told him thank you, and all he said was just come and ride with me.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man.
That's it. Just come ride.
It's just delightful. What a delightful goddamn time hanging out with Pete. It's Pete.
All right. Back to the humor.
Well, as somebody said at Giant Loop, somebody better kick somebody in the balls soon because it's getting heavy around here.
Oh man.
Criminy. Oh, side note, kind of, sort of, Critter, I need to loop back with you about possibly coming up in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
What?
26th. When the fuck is Father's Day? It's because I'm a selfless father. Father's Day. 18th. The 19th. No. Shit. Yes. No. Yes. The 19th. I might need to come up, talk to you about coming up on the 19th. And even if you can't facilitate, I might need to tap your off-road knowledge of Vancouver Island. So if I forget, loop back with me. I shouldn't because it's trip planning things.
I think
But...
Travis has entered the room.
There he is. Hey, buddy. Explore Adventure Motos here. You missed the part where we were talking about all the balls.
Sweaty balls?
No, the balls of our feet touching the ground because you're so short. God.
Oh, the balls of our feet. The balls of my feet. You can flat foot any bike you stand over.
Sure can.
No.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry about your
My height challenge
situation. Yeah.
Situation. I'm sorry for your situation.
Listen, here's the plus side is that you can always just, ride on the back.
I mean, yeah, Chewie did carry an Ewok around in his backpack, didn't he?
Checks out. We've got our Halloween costume planned.
Oh, you know what we didn't announce?
That you're going to be a leprechaun in Grace's calendar.
I am going to be. So Grace.
I still can't talk about it with a straight face.
So Grace has a calendar that she's doing.
The Graceful Renegade, if you don't know her.
The men of ADV. And over a few drinks, we had proposed that maybe a leprechaun could be of use, especially since I am born on St. Patrick's Day. That maybe I could be the month of March. And she says that's the only month that I have available. So you are March. So
That's funny.
I will be.
I didn't even think about that because you were saying all you said in that you didn't actually say while we were sitting around the fire that night that your birthday was St. Patrick's. You just said your birthday was in March.
In March.
And that registered in my brain, but I hadn't thought about the fact that your birthday is in fact on St. Patrick's Day.
I am a St.
That's
Patty's
why you're
Day.
so short.
It's
because you were born on Leprechaun Day.
Born on Leprechaun Day.
Oh, buddy.
So
if anybody knows of a good, slightly sexual leprechaun outfit online, send Corey the link.
It's gonna be something from Spencer's or something like that.
It's gonna be real good.
What's that Halloween store that always comes up every September?
Spirit Halloween.
Spirit of Halloween,
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sure they've got some real provocative male leprechaun. So Corey, where's the gold? that honestly, no, Critter. That's a question for Matt. Matt, where is Corey's gold?
I still haven't found it. Tis but a coin or two hidden in his purse. Do you?
I don't like Lucky Charms. I love Lucky Charms. That is my favorite cereal of all time.
Of course it is.
Yeah. There's a
Travis, are you still here? Who's the friends that you're hanging out with that's better than my completely redesigned super professional for the first 20 minutes live stream? Do you see this background? Look at this background. Come on.
this whole format was actually worked out very well.
This is really cool.
It only took us an hour and a half yesterday to figure it out.
No, we figured out in like 15 minutes. We just spent the next whatever that math is bullshitting. I guess that's not entirely true. There was definitely like a look at this feature every 20 minutes. Oh, look, it does this. Oh, look,
But-
Bikes Camera Adventure. Bikes Camera Adventure is 22 years old. I didn't know that.
How was he born on like April 29th?
It's lit, yo. What the kids say now is
Lit. It's lit.
Shit, what do they? I guess they do. Do they say lit?
Because you've got a pulse on that teenage scene.
That's what I'm trying to think. I don't know how they say things are lit or dope, but somebody will say that's awesome, and then they say on God.
On God?
I still don't get it. Dead
Like
ass.
on guard, like you're fencing?
Nope. On God. On God.
On God.
And then you say on God, dead ass. Dead ass. Dead ass.
Dead ass.
Dead
On
ass.
God, dead ass.
Dead ass on God. No.
I am
No cap. That's another one.
No cap.
Why? How do you all know? Oh, Purple's here. And Purple's so close to being well, he's a grown-ass adult now, so it's okay. This is the one student that I allow into my personal world because he's a cool little human and he's gonna buy a motorcycle soon. So anyways, he's here. Is it no cap? It is no cap. What? All right, Purple. How do you say something's awesome? When I say that's dope, what do you say?
Because I would say that's awesome.
We have our resident expert in the house.
There's actually a teen or a early 20.
It's fine, everybody. It's just my cat.
Jesus Christ. Racking up the studio.
Has he responded yet? What does he say? You don't just say W.
That's so drip.
No.
Garrick, that's
No. Drip is when you have ice.
Ice.
That's diamonds. You have diamonds. They look like ice. They have drip. I know that.
No, the drip is why I had to get my first shot in the Philippines.
Same fire. It's wildly different.
There is no diamonds. I mean, it felt like diamonds were.
That goes hard. He's an old soul, all of about 35.
That's so drip. That's so fire because that's what it felt like. The drip felt like fire.
The fire causes drip
The fire.
when you have ice.
Fire coming out.
It's all full circle. Checks out. Second shot off. Pete, we were talking about the second. Were you here for when we talked about how he had to get a second shot off ship? So it wasn't his medical record?
Yes.
Was Pete here?
The first one was fine. The corpsman was okay with that. He says, if you have to come back to me again, it goes on your record. So that second one came out of town.
Oh, Lord. Oh, to be in the Navy.
Where's Purple? Come on. Oh, that's
he's had a few responses, but I forget that he doesn't say stupid shit that kids
or
say.
that goes hard.
That goes hard, yeah.
Okay, I get that.
I don't know. I feel like Corey, you'll know. Has Moto Turkey been here before? Because I feel like I'd remember that name. Hey, Moto Turkey.
Moto Turkey. That's
Moto
a new
Turkey.
one.
It's a new one. Hey, Moto Turkey. Shout out to Moto Turkey. I love it. It's a great name. I just feel like I would remember that.
Almost as good as Shark Pampers.
Was there somebody in my live stream called Shark Pampers and I didn't acknowledge it?
Not on yours. It was
okay. Shark Pampers?
Shark Pampers. Yeah.
Shark Pampers.
SHART.
That makes sense. Can you stop for 2 seconds, please?
Oh, God, Jesus Christ, I'm here.
Oh, nope, it's not happening. You're too fat.
I didn't realize that you were a cat person.
No, I'm not. I just have a cat. When she dies, there will not be another. She's pretty great, though. I hate cats, but I like her.
Chris, thank you for joining us.
Oh, is he leaving?
Yeah, he's got
Oh, he's gonna get a little critter spin.
Bed.
I mean, we are at 9 to 5. This, you know what? Honestly, this is the most fluid, longest live stream that we've had to date because I'm at all of number 3. So, but I feel like it's going pretty strong. Well, bye, critter. Oh, shut the. You know what? I just. Oh no, his thing cut out again. What a bummer. Critter, I'll hit you up about Vancouver because I need to find some easy gravel roads for my my lady in tow. She's not as off-road capable as I am.
Is she taking the verses?
Yeah, she's taking the verses.
Okay.
Well, we're getting so she's ordering okay, formally, hold on. Bye, critter. She's ordering foot pegs, which is exciting because that's like generally such a huge deal. I don't know if you've seen those versus foot pegs, but they suck ass.
Worse than the Trans-American?
Equally bad.
Similar.
Also, one of hers is like bent. She bought her bike used. It definitely is not flat. So she's like standing on some weird shit. But yeah, they're super thin. There's no grip. So she's ordering new foot pegs and we're going to adjust the handlebars to comfortable standing position because she's never tweaked those.
Yeah.
Probably roll them forward a little bit. But she wants to be doing more off-road stuff. But again, she has never done off-road before. So I guess kind of the same position you're in. She bought a big bike. She's never done off-road.
Doggy style.
It's calm down. It's, new and scary.
It is.
There is no, I think, possible chance that I ever would have been willing to even take the twin off-road if I didn't grow up on dirt bikes. It's been 10, 12 years since I've been on a dirt bike. There's always that, right?
You've done dirt, though.
But I grew up on dirt bikes. When I bought the 250L that I had for a while, which I will always regret selling the year before I started this stupid YouTube channel. When I had that, I was tearing shit up off-road because it's just a dirt bike. But getting over that weight hump and being scared of letting it move, it's hard to do. Yeah, yes, but also no. Yes, in the future. Right now, we're just looking for something that's reasonably priced with a bigger footprint.
Purchase.
Contact. Is purchase the right word for contact space?
Yeah.
You're so smart. You're so much smarter than probably Motorcycles and Pancakes is.
Oh, man.
This is a direct attack at Chris.
That power, it's that power couple. That's because it was the power couple comment that kind of irked you.
I'm so jealous, I just thought we had something special, and then he just ran off to be with a new man.
Okay, so Purple asked about dual sports.
Mm-hmm.
So dual sports are a lighter adventure sport. So you've got dirt bikes, and then you have dual sports would be a street legal dirt bike, and then you have adventure ADV bikes, which are more. That right there, that's so hot.
I know.
Right?
I know.
He even opens my beers, just so you know.
So hold on. Here, I have a more succinct answer to this. CSC. Just process what you said.
But
I guess
ADV
they don't
bikes,
really
I'm gonna answer this question before you get off on a track. But ADV bikes are just
dual sports.
like heavy dual sport, more street oriented. Dual sports are more dirt oriented and lighter.
I have a more succinct answer directly to the question. So Purple, we've talked about the one that you want. CSC also has a more dual sport oriented option that is almost this is loose as a dual sport because it's I don't know, it just looks less like a dirt bike. Dirt bike, dual sport. Where is the RX3? Here it is. Hello. Load.
You know what? I have to make a comment here that
here we go.
Internet has not blipped once in the last.
Yeah, it hasn't for a while. Actually, you're right. Adventure bike.
Okay. Adventure.
So whereas the other one looks a lot more like a dirt bike, if it looks, yeah, I think I can confidently say that. If it looks like a dirt bike, it's a dual sport. A dual sport is technically sort of by definition a dirt bike with turn signals, a brake light, and a headlight. Adventure bikes are typically heavier, but designed to go off-road.
If you were going to do a round-the-world trip, you would probably do it on an adventure bike. If you were
a 0-300. I would totally do it on a rally. Oh, hell yes.
Yeah.
It's light. It's easy. It's ready for anything that you're attacking. You're going to go slower on like highway stuff, but the 300 is capable, right? Because of the extra CCs and the slight regearing stuff they've done. For sure, I would any day take the 300L rally over my twin if I'm doing some international expedition, because I don't know what I'm going to hit. I would rather
an international expedition that was outside of the United States.
For sure. I don't know what I'm going to hit.
The highway mileage on a dual sport in the United States, or maybe even, I don't know about Canada, if we were doing the TCAT, because of the long miles that you would have on that.
There's going to be long miles, but I'd rather go slower and take a little bit more time to know that I'm prepared when I hit the shit.
Because if I was going slower and recording my trip, yes. Because I would know that a 200-mile day would be a long day for me.
Also, very valid point, the Naked Kayak says, how important is it to be able to get parts anywhere in the world? You're definitely going to want to pick a bike that is widely distributed. That's what was it? Long Way. I think it was the original one, Long Way Round. They came up against that problem, not being able to find BMW parts.
Yes.
When one of the bikes broke down, and it was like a huge issue, and they had to like fly parts in, and it became like, this is an adventure, but you know, we're Hollywood stars with resources, so we can just fly parts in low key. Definitely pick a bike that is all over the world, which reinforces my theory of a 300L or rally.
Yeah, because that Honda is accepted world round. And then Garrick asked about the Cove. The Cove had checked out had left Giant Loop before we had a chance to go.
I'm really disappointed that I didn't get to ride that. How the hell do you spell that? Cove.
Kove.
Kove.
And we had done 200% more rides this year than we did last year at either event.
True.
Because at Giant Loop and Touratech, we honestly didn't have time to do the demo ride. So this year we did two. We did
that's good enough.
Oh, you have something to bring up?
Oh, yeah, keep going, but I have the Cove.
But we did the Ural and the Harley Pan America. But it would have been nice to try that out. But they had left early on Saturday, I believe.
Crash, she says, how many oil changes does my KTM take to go around the world? Take the circumference of the world, divide it by 3, and that's the answer. So this Cove that just on my radar popped up out of nowhere. I had never heard of this before Giant Loop. they're in like Dakar races.
They had
For
three. They had 3 bikes that entered
Three in
and
the Dakar.
finished the Dakar. All 3 finished, I believe. They didn't
sub
say that they placed.
sub $10,000.
It's a Chinese company that's making bikes that finish the Dakar.
Like out of the box, not like a lot of modifications. Like
No.
this right here, very likely actually this might even be that same bike that they had there on display now that I look at it. Out of the box, this thing is ready to do like serious rally stuff. And everybody who rode it was like, whoa. Sub 10 grand, street legal, rally bike ready to go.
So Soils had responded to a comment about how many oil changes, and he says only 1 per day. That was for the KT.
That's, yeah, I don't know. That's pushing it.
That's a long. I mean, that it must have been a really short day. They probably that was they started at breakfast and they finished at lunch.
That was winter time. Very few hours in the day. Crashy says Covey was awesome. Crashy, did you I'm assuming because it was awesome. You got the
no, they were
ride one?
Crashy's just saying they're awesome just because they're awesome.
They're pretty sweet. 14K for the race bike. Oh,
that's not bad.
I was hearing sub $10,000.
That was their.
They did have 2 different models. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I remember that now.
So the bike that they entered in a race was 14,000.
Yes, but there is another version. Yes, I remember this conversation with the rep now. Yes, there's a sub 10 grand version, and then there is what they entered into the Dakar, and that's the like 14K. Yes.
But when you compare that to either one of our twins, that's
Motorcycle Pancakes. I think the base version was it is because somebody was saying they can't plate it in Oregon for some specific reason, but it is a street.
If you have an address in Washington State and you can get a headlight and turn signals installed on it, you can probably get it street legal.
It comes with it.
Maybe you can't do it. Maybe not in Oregon, but in Washington you can.
I swear to Christ, I thought that it had all of that stuff on it. I didn't take that. No, look, yeah, no. Okay, I'm resharing this tab. Hold on. Oh shit, the picture changed.
Hey, cool story, bro.
I know, thanks.
Okay.
Right there, look. Can you see it? Turn signals.
There's turn signals.
Headlight, which means there's probably a brake light.
Yeah.
I am 90%.
You can get that plated in Washington.
Yes. In Oregon, for whatever reason, it might be a different story, but this has all of the base essentials. I could plate this in Washington the day I buy it.
So yeah, Travis or Ian, whatever, you guys just use my address and you can get that plated in Washington.
That's right. Travis is buying one.
We'll get it street legal.
I think. I don't know if that's like official news. I didn't mean to break. Well, technically, I didn't actually break.
Just put it in my name. If you put the title in my name, I will get it street legal for you.
For a fair $500 fee, that sounds good to me.
And then I get the bike after you're done with it.
Perfect. I love this deal. So many bikes that I can borrow.
I don't even have to steal them. I just borrow them. It's my bike.
Not through. Oh, hold on. He says not through EPA yet. Oh.
Is Washington that green? They actually care about that stuff?
Well, ironically, Washington no longer has. They care the most about the environment, but we don't have vehicle inspections anymore.
Exactly.
Well, they wanted to waste the tax dollars on the roads. So
if you pay enough money, we will legalize it.
Marijuana.
Honestly, I mean, look at this. Alcohol.
Ooh. Moto Turkey says, I'm assuming you're saying that because you watched it. So they tried to strike a deal with KTM, and KTM flat out said, we don't think that our bikes will make it. and so they wouldn't do the deal.
On the first, wasn't that the first and the second round? I never watched the third one.
I don't know, but the first one, though, the third one was fucking stupid with the stupid.
I didn't watch the
Harleys.
Livewire one.
I was not happy that they did that.
But one of them, I know that not you, and who's the other one?
Charlie Borman.
Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie was.
I know that Charlie had tried to get KTM.
Yeah, and they flat out, they were like, "There's no way you can do that. Our bikes won't make it, and we don't want to look bad on camera."
Right. And I thought that was both because that.
Fuck you, KTM. You're literally like the off-road people. Yeah. Stupid fucking KTM. I'm not a KTM fan. No, Soilsman, it's not that they wouldn't give it for free. They flat out said there was a whole thing about how they were sure the bikes would break down. Which, I mean, I don't know. I guess it all checks out in full circle because of the maintenance schedule. But it wasn't just that they wouldn't give them for free. Cindy M. Sackett. Who's Cindy M. Sackett? Oh, Mrs. Soils. Oh, duh, Sackett. I was like, I know that name. It's Mrs. Soils. Mrs. Soils says hi.
Mrs.
Okay, it all checks out.
Cindy.
Cindy's
Hey,
here.
Cindy. Thank
Hey,
you for
Cindy.
hosting us.
Oh my God. Yes. All right. Guess what? Entertain the people.
Oh, that's the segue. Oh, entertain people. That's it. Thank you, Matt, for just throwing me under the bus there. So, how do you guys like my wife's she shed? No, that's it. No, I can't believe he didn't give me any kind of a lead that was going to happen. So, we're gonna get serious. No, I'm just getting rid of the glare because it's like full screen, and I was like, that's annoying. But yeah, I thought that KTM had turned them down on the first one or second. I can't remember. I know that they had seeked out KTM and BMW had picked them up because they wanted KTMs on the first ride. But man, I don't know what to do. Thanks, Matt.
Andy's back.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Over here struggling to entertain the people. I sharded. Yeah, that's why I had to make such a quick exit.
You sharded? That is that what you said?
That's what Pete said.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dump on
adventure. He's in my basement. I'm just allowing him to communicate with the outside world so that nobody thinks that I abducted him. Guys, we're at 2 hours and 23 minutes. This is the most successful live stream ever. It's probably strictly because of the new software.
So yeah, Bike Camera Adventure. It is, what is she calling it now? The Fortress? Her
What?
Fortress?
Oh.
It's her she shed that
Female Fortress.
She-male Fortress.
Whoa.
That's no, she is.
I'm not the one that's gonna touch it.
I hope not, because that's my wife.
That went a direction I was not planning on.
I'm
no,
it's my wife's she shed with the loft up above, and I took Matt on a tour yesterday of my whole yard and stuff like that, but I'm not ready for that right now.
It's too dark out now.
They can't tell that with this awesome lighting that I have in place.
Or they could just look outside.
It's
not the people on the East Coast. Shit.
Hold on a sec. Hold on.
It's getting weird. It's getting weird, guys. Hold on. I'm hovering over the remove button. Yep. And now it looks rapey.
Now we're in the, what was it? The bunker or cell?
What are we? We're holding strong at 18. I'm going with You should call it the butt bunker.
Whoa!
You should call it the butt bunker when all the lights are off. Castle Grayskull. Yeah.
Oh man, it is a bat cave. Yes.
Count as a blue flag. I will
But
by the end of this.
Does Robin?
Corey Bundy in Tacoma.
What? Bundy. Oh my God.
Pete with the
Tahuya.
zingers.
It's Tahuya. Corey
Yeah,
Bundy
well.
and Tahuya.
Oh yeah, get it right.
But when you're coming from an east sider, Tacoma's pretty close.
It's all the same.
It is.
So
Yeah.
how far from Seattle are you?
How far from Seattle? So I rode, what was it, 2.5 hours to meet up with you. Bat Cave. Yes. Yes, indeed.
Dave Cave.
Yeah, there's no
2.5
man-
hours? You rode 2.5 hours to meet? No. Oh, when we went camping.
That was to go to Touratech. When we went to
Yeah, same difference.
Bear River, that was over 4 hours.
You rode 4 hours to get to Camp
And I
River
t-
Beer?
And I told the wife that I would get there before it got dark.
Damn. You did get there before
Yes,
it
and I
got
did get there before dark because I got to walk down to the river.
We're 2 hours 26 minutes in. You know what? If she has watched this far, she deserves
probably has
whatever
earned.
truth.
Yes,
Yes.
Jennifer, I got there before dark.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me an extra 2 hours and 26 minutes of rewatch time. I will tell you whatever you want to know about your husband,
I'm usually the small spoon.
including all the things he likes.
Oh man,
Oh, Moto Turkey for me was always the Pink Ranger,
Princess of
but that's
Power.
not a cartoon hottie. So
Oh man. Now Princess of Power, that was a He-Man reference, right?
look, he put yes,
No, that was She-Ra.
he put an exclamation point in so I can bring it up on screen and YouTube won't flag me.
I
But
appreciate that, Crashy. Yes.
for so many reasons, he's happy that's what she calls it.
I honestly,
Mm.
I have no clue if my wife is even home yet.
We did a lot of hours on. Oh, the Piggy Pete ride was the thing that I ended up not going to. Womp,
You-
womp.
Let's see,
Stupid
you had
friggin'
met,
leaky tire.
there was, yeah, you had a low tire pressure issue that you needed to work out. But honestly, Pete, I think I would do a lot better on that ride this year than I did last year.
And that's the phrase that matters.
The fact that first, I don't have hard panniers on the bike anymore.
Yeah, that helps.
Oh my God, I can't believe I rode as much as I did with those big ass coolers hanging off of my bike. And the fact that my skill set has improved that much.
I would definitely say I feel like I would probably still struggle quite a bit, but I confidently would.
She-Ra.
I would go for the Wapder on the twin now.
Okay. So the Princess of Power was a He-Man She-Ra reference.
Hold on. Well, now we have to look and see the judge. Where is she?
It was the
I don't-
best Matt decision ever. That was the best Matt decision ever about not going to Piggy Pete's? Is that what Pete was referencing?
Maybe. Oh,
No, I'm sure that is not what Pete.
I don't know, man. We were already running late, and I had like 4 other things going on in life. In that weekend, and then that tire, it was from my place to Fred Meyer, and that tire was already sitting low, and it turned out that there was a pop too.
Honestly, it was probably a good decision.
Yeah, Yeah.
You
This
would
checks
not
out.
have enjoyed yourself had you have gone.
No, I would have been stressed out for a number of different. I don't even remember why reasons. Yeah, that checks out. I see why.
Princess of Power.
It was
And
a
I
little
know
cool.
there was a Netflix He-Man thing.
That's
I don't remember
who
what-
just said that.
Naked Kayaker, I think.
Naked Kayak said it.
What tools did you carry on the rig? If you aren't already.
Steve.
Oh, Moto Wizard showed up. Okay. So, tools. So Matt and I both carry a very
what's-
similar set of tools on our bike. Matt's is more tire change friendly. My girlfriend said had
Oh,
to
wait, no, that's not what I meant. The damn things move. You got to really pay attention
What?
when you're clicking.
crash.
Damn.
Yeah, I want to know what.
Okay. So
Okay. So on
I'll work on that.
my tool rule, I carry more.
Oh, the no dicks domicile. His girlfriend said it. Sorry. Okay, as you were.
Matt's tool rule is a lot more tire change specific.
It is every tool that I've ever needed outside of freaking heck and darn the not torque wrench.
Yeah, because you asked me if I had a torque wrench, and I still haven't checked that.
No, it is torque wrench. I wanted to know how close
And there is a torque wrench piece that we can get that we can add between the wrench and socket.
Oh,
It's very small.
Which would be a lot smaller.
Which would
Yeah,
be
no,
very-
I carry every tool I've ever used on the bike in a tool roll.
roll. Yes.
And it's not that big and it's not that heavy. I don't understand when you talk to people who are like, oh, you need every tool, you don't need it. Bro, my tool roll weighs like 9 pounds maybe. And it rolls right up and goes in the bottom of the bag. But it's every tool I've ever used, Allen wrenches, sockets,
Yes.
all that crap. And it's
Nope.
right there. That's when I work on my bike, I pull the tool roll out and I roll it out.
Yeah.
But when I get stuck on the side of the road, I've got everything I need.
I mentioned the tire changing specific because I don't have tire irons. I don't have the no pinch tool in my set yet. So mine is just the tools that I've used, the Allen wrenches and the sockets and stuff like that, minus the torque.
He's just saying it's not tire changing specific because he really wants to focus on the fact that I'm here to change his tires.
Well, you've done a very great job the last 2 years.
2 years in a row.
Yes.
So I've got that as a tool roll. I've got a separate section where I keep my bead buddies, which if you don't have a set of bead buddies, if you're ever planning on ending up changing a tire off-road, bead buddies are the shit.
And zip ties.
The zip tie thing I've heard, I need to try it. So theoretically, if you zip tie the opposing side of the tire that you're working on, it keeps the bead in the drop center.
And
But-
honestly, that was what we struggled with the most, was the bead setting before we were ready.
Until I remembered the tire iron down at the bottom.
That's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So a thing that I need to do a video on, because in itself it could be 2 minutes long and it's gold, is if you wedge a tire iron under the underside of the tire and then you just drop the tire onto the tire iron, it constantly keeps the bottom side of the tire, which is the big
Right.
problem when you're changing tires. It
From
keeps it
setting.
pushed up into the drop center and keeps the bead from setting.
Yeah.
So then all you really have to do is focus on the top side bead and just work it in general. I love changing tires because I feel like I have such a solid handle on it, and as long as you have some sort of lubricant to keep the friggin' bead from not going, it takes 15-20 minutes.
But
I think we spent an hour on yours with no lubricant at all
no lube. No.
to work that bead into place.
The only
then the
lube that
big
we
thing-
had was water.
The big thing that we struggled with that I have never interacted with before is he has tubeless rims, And so getting the bead to set to be able to fill it with air is probably what took a solid half hour of that time.
Because we
Easy.
switched from the battery powered, I don't want to mention the name.
No. That's fine. We're not knocking it. We were
No.
using the Trail Tech, my Trail Tech air pump. But what we realized is, and I mean, it's part of the situation. One of the things I learned is I need to pay attention to making sure the bead's set before, because we were just burning through. And it, to be fair, as much as we were trying to fill the friggin' tire, it still did not run out of battery.
No,
but
you get 4 solid tire inflations off of that.
Yeah, we didn't want to risk it.
And we burned through 2 opportunities, and we didn't want to totally kill it.
So he packs the toe strap. I do not.
What I did was the last time after Giant Loop, I had a front go out, the front tire where it popped a bead while I was riding because the tire pressure got too low. So I actually carry a toe strap that we ended up using to seat that bead on the rear tire. So that toe strap that I carry, you could loop through and you could wrench down on it. You could put some twists on that to where you could get the bead to set. So when we finally plugged in the 12-volt air compressor that I carry with the toe strap wrapped around the outside of that tire, we were able to bounce that tire to get the bead to set. So yes, we carry the battery Trail Tech air compressor. I carry a 12-volt compressor that I can actually bounce the tire with because it's got a longer tube, and the toe strap wrapped around it so we could get the bead to set.
So 1FTR says yes on the zip ties. I need to try it because I haven't done it, but it makes complete sense, and it seems so
you had mentioned that when we were having a problem with that bead. The bead kept setting was that, and I've got zip ties on there, but I don't have reusable zip ties. So if I used zip ties, they would be a one use and then cut kind of deal.
Yeah. So Dennis Larson. Hey, Dennis Larson. Welcome to the situation. At home, I use silicone spray. I need a good, solid, carry with me tire changing lubricant because I do not have one, and that's going to be a problem eventually.
Yeah.
So on the trail, I don't have anything I carry with me. For a minute, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was carrying.
You had cans of the chain lube cleaner stuff.
Yeah. Well, last year I brought with me because I just recently learned about the importance of cleaning your chain, and my last chain went 20,000 miles with no maintenance. And then ironically, I was like, oh no, I got to do a lot of maintenance. No, it turns out you don't have to do any goddamn chain maintenance, and technically it'll run forever. But I went real hard on the chain maintenance for a while. So I brought that with me. I had my silicone spray, but it's a big can of silicone spray. It's not to be thrown in a side bag. So I need to find something, but there's a lot of different stuff people use and
there's
they have no issues
window
with.
Cleaner, there's dish soap.
One thing I saw actually today on Facebook, somebody was talking about how hair conditioner is the best, which kind of checks out, is the best tire changing lubricant they've ever used. And I was like, I'm going to note that away because you could throw that in a little bottle.
Let me fix my toupee first. Hairspray. How do you use?
No, not hairspray. Hair conditioner.
Conditioner.
So there's shampoo and conditioner.
So if my beard conditioner, I could use as a tire lube.
Maybe that is oil based, but it's probably different.
No, oil based. What are you talking about?
I just want to make sure you're paying attention. Sorry, I was getting into the mind of a KTM owner, and everything's oil based.
You should see what they use at Giant Lube. The Naked Kayaker Giant Lube.
Oh man, old Giant Lube. So easy to change a tire at Giant Lube.
Oh yeah, because it just slips right on. Soap and water. Yeah, so that's what I was talking about, Ian, with soap and water. That was the dish soap thing. I carry dish soap in my camp kitchen setup, so that honestly that could have been another. It's taken me 10 tire changes to get the good technique for
Another new name.
blue
Bean Smoke. Welcome to the live stream.
That's yeah.
Man, the trick is to go over 2.5 hours. There's so many new people.
That's great. Oh.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of my process.
Matt, how many tires have you changed?
Oh my God. 1, 2, like full off and on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm probably somewhere into 12 to 14 because not just generally changing tires, but I have to swap between riding season and off season. But it counts as a change. So yeah, I'm definitely in the neighborhood of 2. Yeah, I'm definitely in the neighborhood of 14 plus tire changes.
And those 2 that I've assisted, 3. So the 2 with you, the front tire, Giant Loop 2022, Giant Loop 2023, the rear tire, and then Jeremy at Alt Rider I helped with. Well, but that was not in the field. He
had a full like setup.
That was in a garage.
That doesn't count.
But yeah, so window. So Pete says window cleaner.
Yeah, I've heard window cleaner is definitely a top one.
And
but
honestly,
to loop back, hold on real quick. The tubeless thing. So I am very proud of the fact that I'm down to like 12 minutes for a tubed tire change. We did his tires, and I was so quickly thrown for a loop when that whole thing about setting the bead, I'd never even considered it because tubes, they just push the tire out. Right. So that's that he said,
which is funny because we had a problem with the bead setting before we got to that point, and then we couldn't get the bead to set when we were ready for it.
Yeah, that's a whole new world that I would have to explore, the setting the bead with tubeless tires, because that's I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Let's Google it.
You're like, well, wash my hands.
All right, I'm gonna go pack. Figure it out. Good luck.
All right, you little shit. Figure it out. I'm done.
Oh, make it kayak. Ha 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 ha.
But yeah, I mean, honestly.
Window cleaner. Moto Turkey for the win. Window cleaner onesies because they double for cleaning visor and windscreen.
Now, would your dude wipes have worked, or I should probably use my window cleaner wipes?
No, I would venture to guess the window cleaner wipes because they have whatever the stuff is that you could rub around the. That's clever. That's very.
But I also carry dish soap in my kitchen.
Also,
mineral oil.
See, the trick to all of this is finding a container to put it in that doesn't pop open in your friggin' side bag like Dawn dish soap might when you have it tucked in there to clean your dishes, and then it pops open while you're riding, and then the bottom of your bag gets covered in Dawn dish soap, and then you have to spend 40 minutes just spraying this much in bubbles. I have a video, but the GoPro decided to not do audio. But somewhere I have a no audio shot of me spending 35 minutes washing my bags out. It was the most bubbles I've ever seen in my life.
Vegetable oil. I think, you know what? Because I have
not a bad idea.
I have dish soap in my kitchen set.
Add 2 to my count because I forgot about that. I did KLR tires. Swap those. Yep.
Yeah. So we had options.
Tire changing.
We hadn't explored those options because I had the window clean wipes. I had dish soap. I had vegetable oil in my kitchen.
Oh, purple's heading out.
No.
Bye, purple. Yeah, there's so many options, but it's I really think there's a lot of different great options, but I think the big, and it's not a big deal. You just have to search for one, and I haven't put that work in. I need to find a container that will keep whatever the substance you decide to use in a non-spilling medium. Oh man.
All right, Pete's out.
Yeah, no, I feel that 5 a.m. comes fast, and I'm supposed to be up at 4:30. So I feel that comment.
Love
This
you,
is
buddy.
this is it. This is a long ass live stream. We're at 2 hours and 45 minutes, and we still have a consistent number of people. Thanks everybody for being here the whole time. This is great. But no, you're all right. We should wrap it up within 15 minutes, even though this is going so great.
Even though today's my Friday, I don't have to work tomorrow, but some people do.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow is the big celebrate seniors day. I'm really bummed that I missed. So Oak Harbor High School does this thing called the paper toss. So on seniors technical last day, because tomorrow is they do a senior breakfast. For any of you that don't know, for another week, I'm a high school teacher. They do a senior breakfast, and then there's a big senior assembly, and then the whole school shows up to that, and they do a bunch of recognition stuff. And then they go do graduation practice. But today, and I'm really bummed that I missed it, but I had my first therapy session today, which was not terrible, surprisingly. But today, at the end of the day, they do what's called the senior paper toss. And so the idea is that the kids keep schoolwork throughout their years in high school, and then they bring it all at the senior paper toss, and they just throw it. And it sounds like trivial, but it is the coolest friggin' thing. And every single year, so I actually went to Oak Harbor High School. So I'm teaching at the high school that I graduated from. But it is the coolest, most visceral, tie back to my youth, is being there and watching the kids throw it up. And it's the moment that you realize I made it through high school. And it's just so cool. And I'm so bummed that I missed it this year, especially being my last year teaching. It fucking sucks. But yeah, so tomorrow is celebrate the seniors day, and it's super cool. So it's gonna be a long day, but it's gonna be cool. I don't remember where I trailed off into that, but
I wanted to thank Cindy for saying yes, put it in Ziplocs, because that's what I do with my oil and my dish soap.
yeah.
I have it in a hard container, but I also put it in a Ziploc so that I don't have a Matt moment.
That would have helped the Dawn dish soap situation. Everything was covered in Dawn. I was so okay with the fact that I had compartmentalized stuff into dry bags, because I was hosing off dry bags, and it was just for 5 minutes per dry bag, just Dawn dish soap bubbles. And then I go to the next one. And then I had to get into the round the world bags. I was just filling it with water and dumping it, And what's funny is where I showed up to was I went to camp with a buddy from my Navy days that I hadn't seen in 8 years. And then somehow I went to pull something out, and I immediately realized, oh my God, my Dawn dish soap busted everywhere. So the first 45 minutes of our interaction, I'm just hosing out my dry bag.
Can you bring up the Naked Kayakers comment?
Which one?
About the
He's
therapist.
got so many. No. Oh wait, which one? It definitely was not. She had grandma vibes. She was so sweet though. But
it was
also
not it was not the tech therapist. It was not the tech therapist.
It was a normal therapist. And she was so nice.
I'm not trying. I'm trying to keep it funny, but it's at the same time there's a serious note there that we should recognize that.
Yeah, fucking 6 months into trying to get a fucking therapist. It's wild out here. It's good though. I can already tell it's going to be a good thing. What's crazy is this lady. So I went through the VA again, thanks to Veterans Back 40. They kind of pushed me into the whole, you need to recognize the issues you have. You should go for stuff that you deserve. So I finally went for VA disability stuff. I went for PTSD because I talked to a number of guys, and they're like, dude, that's a thing you're dealing with. And I was like, no. And they're like, no, it for sure is.
That's for reals.
So I went to the VA and they were like, we're going to pay you less. And they like completely downgraded what I went for PTSD. And within 20 minutes of talking to this lady and talking about like things I'm dealing with and how I deal with stress and like dealing with situations, they were like, she was like, you definitely have some version of PTSD. She was like, we could do like an evaluation and I could go back to them with like supporting documents. I was like, sure. But what I find funny is like 25 minutes of actual like conversation versus the weird 15-minute interaction that I had with the VA lady. And she was like, oh, okay. She didn't ask me any questions. It was super weird. Anyways, therapy, not going to be terrible. I'm slightly looking forward to it. The idea of like opening up about like my life is gross and weird, but it's good. It's a good thing, and you should do it. And
You should.
It's a good thing. Anyways,
It's okay to share.
Yeah, this right here, this is the one that hits hard because I was that kid that was hard to reach, and this single statement right here is why I fucking hate so much that I'm not going to be teaching next year. But that's a whole other long story. I'm not leaving by choice.
No.
And fuck admin. And I'll say it here and they can hear it and I don't give a fuck. Those guys are douchebags and my immediate boss has no spine. Anyways, somebody better punch somebody in the dick because it's getting serious around here. I have so many questions for you tomorrow when I get to work. If you don't know, the Naked Kayak and I work together.
What was the name of that the sex therapist that used to be on KISW in Seattle?
Oh, I don't know,
Dr.
but
Ruth.
I was
Dr.
thinking of the
Ruth.
ladies, man.
And she was like 80 years old, and she was talking about ED and all kinds of stuff before it was even. Yep, Dr. Ruth.
KISW has been wild for a while.
And this is like in the 80s. We used to like you had to stay up until like midnight on like a Friday or Saturday to hear Dr. Ruth talk about sex therapy.
Old. You were so old. You're such an old man.
Oh yeah. As I'm using my readers to read the comments. Why'd
you say, Sonny? Hold on. What about sex therapy?
Fuck you.
Oh yeah, one FTR says it was Dr. Ruth. Fuck you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's 9:53. We're at 2 hours and 53 minutes. Should we push it to an even 3 hours and cut it? Why not? We're gonna have a hard cut at 10 o'clock.
I've heard of that lady. Yes. She was like an 80-year-old sex therapist on the radio. And no. I don't even, is she even still alive?
I'm gonna go with a hard probably no.
How come as soon as I type in doctor, it brings up her name?
It's
I'm
listening
kidding.
to you.
It doesn't really. She's 95 years old right now. Oh my, you just left me there? Is she still teaching? What does she do? No, she's 95 years old and it sounds like she's still teaching. What did she do? Yeah. She had a syndicated show in the 80s. She started in the 80s. I'm not that old. You're in the show. Yeah. Can you imagine listening to, like, she would be Betty White before Betty White was as old as she was. I mean, Betty White was great. She was comedic and she would talk about stuff that wasn't allowed. But Dr. Ruth, I mean, she would talk about erectile dysfunction and stuff like that before I even knew that there was a term for it.
Literally, I put my headphones on, and what I heard was erectile dysfunction.
And that was Dr. Ruth.
This
and
is
she
going
was,
really well. So what about motorcycles, guys?
Dr. Ruth, she's 95 years old.
She's still alive?
As far as I can tell.
Well, Wikipedia doesn't have an end date, so
Yeah, it just says
Tommy
age
M. Hey, Tommy
95.
M. Hi, Tommy M.
Wiki. Let's go to our wiki page.
That'll tell you whether or not she's still alive. BDR, hold on. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
BDR does live streams? Am I like
talking...
completely in the dark?
Last night. So yes, they did the XBDR for
South Dakota.
No, they did the one that's the Steens off the Oregon BDR.
Oh, Steen Loop looks great. I immediately just queued. I didn't read the whole thing. I just decided to pick and choose words that I was going to pay attention to.
I think they need to do an XBDR for the Olympic Peninsula.
They freaking really do.
But how do you get an XBDR off of the Wabder when the XBDR is the Olympic Peninsula and the Wabder is the border between East and Western Washington?
What?
The XBDR, so an XBDR has to be a loop or something off of a BDR already.
Not necessarily.
Yes, by description, it's a loop off of a pre-existing BDR.
Oh, well, they need to branch out.
And I know that Chris from For the Love of Knobs was doing an Olympic loop last summer with another female, and I think they were pre-scouting an XBDR for the Wabder, but
just branch out and start calling XBDRs
just call
what they are, which is a loop.
A loop off.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be off of just a loop or
which X is a stupid letter for a circular thing, but
it is, but X-Men is cool.
Extra. Probably what they were going for.
I believe it's a cool.
Alvord. Oh, that makes sense because
yes, that was a
boy,
live stream.
They're going hard with Orbiter, aren't they? Which is good because that makes sense because so many people have been demanding the Orbiter right now. Like, it's here, it's in hot demand. Let's focus on all of the extras that we can offer right now.
And next year,
a BDR extra, Tommy gets it.
And they're doing a Northern California BDR next year as the release.
Also, real quick, can we completely left hook because my brain just thought of it. So I was looking at Grand Tetons things because we're trying to figure out a ride, which Grand Tetons aren't going to work for the time frame that we have. He's disappearing. Not a fan of her two wheels. I don't know how many of you are watching her stuff. Not a fan. She rides a big giant Harley. Everybody I have talked to in the adventure motorcycling community, when we start talking about different channels, her two wheels always comes up in conversation. A lot of clickbaity stuff, a lot of the Harley dashboard in like this for the frame. Hold on. It's reversed where my hands are to the I don't know. I'm not a frame. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of her frame. Not great. I don't know. So anyways, what I was talking about before you disappeared, her two wheels, not a fan. Not a fan at all. Rides a big giant Harley. Most of her framing is the Harley dashboard. Like, see, again, it's reversed and it's a weird thing. Like, most of the frame is it's not well made.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan.
I mean, but if you're gonna push a product, why not?
She's doing well. Good for her because she's doing really well.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of her content. So what I was saying was, before you disappeared to go have a number 3, I was looking for stuff for the Grand Tetons because that was a trip that Nicole and I were talking about. But in the time frame that we have, we're not going to be able to make it work because it's a solid 3-4 days of travel each way.
Yeah.
But one of the things, so actually 2 things. One, she did a trip through the Grand Teton, so YouTube recommended it. Alex Chacon had a video. Guess who was in the background? Grace. I was like, oh, I know her.
Yeah.
I just thought it was kind of funny. They found a super dope spot.
I knew her before she launched her YouTube. She was just on Instagram when we met her at last year's job.
Yep. And that was like an up and coming thing. She still only has 900 and something subscribers. Well, in a year. What am I talking about? In a year, that's great, but it's a great 1-year turnaround. I am surprised though that she still isn't even monetized. She's making genuinely quality content.
Yes.
It's not bad to watch.
And she's a wordsmith that can put words to what we can't describe.
Yes. As is evident by that statement.
She describes stuff that I wouldn't.
Crashy's out of here. Bye, Crashy. Oh, it's my cutoff time anyways. She does a great job at like verbally describing what's happening. Yeah. I see what you're saying. All right, everybody. It's now 10 o'clock, and we're at 3 hours, 1 minute, and 59 seconds as I say it. I think it's time to wrap it up. This has been the most successful live stream to date, which is great. We're stepping in the right direction.
Mostly sober.
I'm still 85% there. There's a couple of words that I'm like, oh no. But most of the words are coming out fluidly, and I'm going to remember what happened.
Coming out with the other half of the...
Something like that. Yeah, there's something happening. I'm telling you, 4.5%. Okay.
Oh my God.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You're over here drinking whiskey. I made that mistake the first live stream. There's a reason that thing is unlisted. Good Lord, what a night. Yeah, I know. That's what everybody was saying. Tuyeline.
TNT. Tannerite.
Tommy says say it 3 times fast. It was all yellow. All right. Guys, gals, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much for not only showing up, but most of you staying the whole 3 hours. Like, that's wild to me. So, you're all awesome. Thanks to MightyV360 for being the first guest. It's time to actually step it up and have some quality entertainment. Don't worry. I'll work on it. I
appreciate that. Yeah. Now, you were setting the bar low, so you could only improve.
Oh, man, Moto. Started at the bottom. Now we're here. You're all awesome. This has been great. I need an outro, but you know what?
What, you don't have an outro ready to roll?
I don't have an outro like slide, but we'll play the pre-roll again.
That is badass, though, by the way.
Thursday of every month. Tune in right here at 7 o'clock. And moving forward with any hope, it's going to be an exciting interview with somebody related to the adventure motorcycling world. We're going to talk about adventure motorcycling things. We're going to drink. We're going to talk about stuff that has nothing to do with motorcycles. And we're going to have a good time. And in reality, that's what matters. So thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate your support. Continue to watch the stuff, like and subscribe, tell your friends, blah, 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 etc., etc. I'm halfway to being monetized.
Can we do that? Can we do that? The whole heart thing?
All right. I got you. Don't move. Bring your thumb in. Bring your thumb in. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's when he gets the thumb where it needs to be, you know? You're all awesome. I appreciate you.
Thank you
for hanging out, and we will see you 1 month from now. Take care and goodbye.
Now the awkward pause at the end.